I mean, it's going live. Go, yon, san, ni, ichi.
Konnichiwa!
Minasan, konnichiwa.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk the Kēki. I'm Matt, your host. Summer is here. This episode cost $3 million from Connecticut.
It's rising to 12 soon, buddy.
Exactly. And to join me, as always, the guy that's also going to be fucked with all that we are watching. Ethan, what's up?
In the booty. I'm getting fucked in the booty.
All right, what is up, Ethan?
I'm too tired to fucking say something in Japanese right now. I had my first workout at my new gym. It's right around the corner from my new house, and my arms are sore as shit.
Right.
As I drink my protein shake. It's a protein shake. It's not
also
sick.
Had a long day, but we are here.
What was it long? Is it just a lot of packages? What was happening?
Well, it was Prime Day, and then a lot of people are on vacation this week. So I
what a quinky dink.
Work. Yeah, so extra work was just longer.
Naruhodo,
so that's it.
You know, it's funny. I could have had the opportunity while we were catching up on a couple shows to catch up on a couple other shows myself, and I decided to watch the G1 press conference.
Well, I wasn't gonna catch up on everything because got home late. I was like, okay, I gotta watch Devil Part-Timer.
How many are you behind? I'm behind 5. We've all seen. So for those, when I say that, we have watched the first episodes of almost everything that we're going to watch.
That has aired. Yes,
that has aired. I believe I have 1 or 2 more. Matt, you're done, right?
I am done for the most part. I think all we have left now is the maid I hired and Isekai Oji-san.
I'm not watching Oji-san. I'm watching.
That comes out next week.
Yeah, I'm watching everything else under the sun. What else am I missing? I think I have definitely Maid I Hired. Popular this season. This is popular this season would be what I want from analysts. I'm looking at analyst.co/SHOSTOPPA249. Follow me there.
Right.
What the fuck is this? Oh, popular. No, what? Oh, because it hasn't aired yet. So I guess it airs in Japan sooner. Stone Ocean Part 2.
No, I think that's still October for us.
Why does it show summer?
Maybe a trailer.
No, it shows that it airs in episode 1. Episode 1 airs, or episode Part 2 episode 1 of Part 2 airs in 48 days. So It's the tail end of the summer. That's why it's listed as summer.
Right. Okay.
A couple movies. Maid I Hired. Bastard. We haven't watched yet.
Yeah, we're waiting until. I think it's waiting until Part 2 comes out.
That's the third movie. The Sasaki Miyano OVA that hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
My Hero OVA hasn't dropped yet. Oh, Doomsday with My Dog is another one, but it's an Onna, and I think it's on YouTube. Like maybe.
I think it's gonna be on YouTube. But let's get to some news before we pick up everything that's going on. Anime Expo happened, and a lot of amazing announcements. Also, the trailer from Mushoku Tensei Season 2, where they're going to focus on the Magic Academy. I cannot wait for that.
I have not seen it. I always go in blind to those. I don't ever watch the trailers.
No, I didn't watch them. They're just revealing them. Them. Like, you know what they're talking about. Solo Leveling is the big one that's getting anime in 2023.
Much to the Japanese chagrin.
Yeah, Japan is not happy with it.
No, they are not.
Oh, they're like, oh boy.
How dare you treat us like America?
Let's get some adaptation announcements. Also, Saki Miyano is getting a graduation movie.
Yes.
That's going to come out in 2023, and there's also going to be a spin-off with Hirano to Kagira.
I wonder if we're going to get gay sex at any point.
Maybe after they graduate. We'll see.
Right?
It's possible. It is possible.
Wouldn't it be wild to get like Chimpo and Chimpo like right in like the classroom on like the last day?
$3 million Chimpo, pal.
That's good shit.
Hold on, I got a guy here. Learnitis, get in here, pal.
Where's Pat Patterson when I need him?
I'll stop it. I'll come on now. Cut it out.
I need Rico Constantino.
Okay. Damn it. All right, let's
Gorgeous George.
Shut up. The price is gonna go up to 15 million after this.
69 million, pal.
Oh my god.
Just like
anyway, let's get to
some on the table.
Adaptations. Mashal, Magic and Muscle is gonna come out in 2023.
Check out the muscles on her, pal.
Tomo-chan is a girl.
Damn right, it's your girl.
$1 million paralegal. We're not going to get through this.
But we're going to have some fun while we try.
We are. We're going to have fun here while we're in pain.
Oh, God.
The reason why Rielena ended up at the Duke's Mansion is getting a TV anime. No release date for that one.
Wasn't going to force it.
No. Shangri-La Frontier is getting a TV anime in 2023. Season 5 of Please Take My Brother Away is confirmed. Isekai Shikaku, or No Longer Human in Another World. All right. Original ASMR TV anime.
Oh, man, that sounds fucking good.
Caught between a Yuri relationship, my life after I became a dummy head one morning.
What a fucking title. Jesus Christ.
What a fucking title. That comes out fall 22.
Well, put her on my list, pal.
Oh, me too. It's got to go there.
A Yuri and it's ASMR? Yes, please.
Yes. I think that is it for now with the new, for announcements, but we also have a tragic passing of Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the most popular card game.
Exodia
he died in a scuba accident. You
could have just said Exodia got him, bro.
Yeah, I could have.
Would have been more.
His body was found July 6th.
So I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is there like a stupid, like not stupid, but like is there like a super like OP water card?
Stop it. And no.
Hey, I'm just trying to make light of a horrible situation.
I know. But no, it's a real shame. Condolences to his friends, family, loved ones, especially the fans.
Yes, a good mangaka gone too soon.
Yes, but anyway.
At least it wasn't due to illness, like everyone else.
Yeah, he was 60.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's how old we are. That's how old Yu-Gi-Oh! Is.
Yeah. It's thousands of years ago, like 5,000 years ago.
Or like elementary school.
Yeah. Or like elementary school. Sure. That's right. But what do you call it? Let's get to some reviews.
Yes.
We're gonna finish two more. Actually, no. Let's should we talk about Shikimori Komi first, or do our separate spring first?
No, let's talk about Shikimori. Let's get this. Let's get spring out the way officially. Let's conclude on that chapter and move on to our large ass chapter over here in summer.
Well, I also gotta talk about summertime in a bit, but let's just get to this first.
Oh, rendering. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, Shikimori.
No, talk about rendering first. Unless you don't want to. Talk about rendering first, and then
let's do that. Okay.
And then we'll move on to Shikimori and Komi, and then we'll move on to summer thoughts. What's up, puppy?
All right. The end of the core 1 and the beginning of the core 2. I'm gonna be talking about those. Picked up where we left off, and it is fucking fantastic. Hi, Kitty. Like, this was so good. We get more of Sho and his sister. Like, you find out that their mother is a shadow and she got turned because she was ill. That's why the father is working with the girl mother, but her name is actually Hayne. Her name is Hayne. So you find out all this going on while didn't know.
She turned recently, or was it like she's been there for a while?
Like when she was ill, yeah. So this had to have been years.
Oh wow, she's been a shadow for years.
And he didn't know this at all.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that was going on. And I don't know if I talked about it before. There's this large shadow that's like a forearm. He has like forearms also. He's like this big bulky guy.
Couldn't make a large penis shadow?
He could probably. He came in like grabbing Mio's head, like, oh yeah, I found these intruders. Coming in, and then what did you call it? Then Haynes talk about how she wants her eye back from Shinpei. And it gets cut, and she like shoots him or something, and it gets cut off.
The other eye or his first
Shinpei's like actual eye, the time travel eye. Yeah, so it got cut and it's gone, but that is actually a shadow copy, so it goes to him. It goes back to Shinpei.
So they cut a shadow copy of the eye. So he still has.
I'm gonna get to what happened with that in the next episode. It kind of explains like what probably happened when Ushio was dying. It's basically, I think, from how it sounds, is I think when Reina was dragging her down to drown her, I think she grabbed the eye and the shadow made a copy of it to give to Shinpei in that timeline.
So Ushio was the original time travel, and then he inherited.
She can go with him, long as like they're like connected, type of thing. Like as soon as he's about to loop, she can. If she just latches onto him, she can go with him.
That's interesting. Okay.
And that's actually what happened in this one. What you call it? Hizuru comes back in. She starts shooting her nail gun, and the shadow guy is like, "Oh, I'm gonna make my own nail gun," and shoots her in the head. So she's dead.
GCW would be proud.
Yeah, she died. So sister died, and it's like, fuck, like everyone is dying now. And Reina is trying to corrupt the Shadow Ushio because, like, oh yeah, you're defective. I'm going to fix you just so you could start killing people. But Ushio actually fights it. So this gets Reina pissed off. And then basically everyone is dying. There's no hope. So Shinpei drinks peroxide to like poison himself. Just so he can die and loop. But there's a little thing I didn't know. But what you call? There's a trick for the power to not work. The time traveling power. If he loses the will to live, it won't work. So they were gonna like basically keep him somewhere, cripple him, and like wait till the next day when after everyone's dead, they think like lose his will to live, and then they'll kill him. So yeah, like well, face fatality because that ain't gonna happen, bitch.
Isn't suicide considered like losing the will to live? It's a loophole by definition.
It depends. Like it depends. Like if he's doing it intentionally, like he's determined to do it to go like loop back. I think he doesn't like that, but if he's like really miserable, then I don't think it works.
I mean, the literal definition of suicide is you've lost the will to live, so you're going to end your life because your life isn't worth living anymore. So,
well, again, for him though, his is a cause.
There's a little bit of a loophole there for me.
Yeah, but as he's like getting poisoned, all the Ushio latches onto him, and they go back to the past again. And that was the end of the core 1. Now we're on core 2. Now we're back. So now we're to what do you call it? Hizuru and Nezu, the old man, are like with it, like talking to what she knows about the time travel. So and now they see Shinpei and Ushio with them, and Nezu's like, "What the fuck? Why is she doing here? You gotta go kill him." And then Hizuru this time, she's like talk to him, like instead of saying we're not gonna help you out. And so like, okay, I think I'm getting everything together now. Like you're the one I talked to on the phone. You're the one that called me here. And so Shinpei tells her that the little girl, the first girl that was the shadow, that's Hane in disguise. Oh, sorry, that's Hane in disguise. So Hizuru's like, okay, so I just gotta go in there and kill her, right? Like, yep, and that's it. No problem. You think it would be that easy? Seconds later, Nezu was talking to Shinpei, like, so they're gonna come right out here, right? And then she's gonna try to escape, right? Yep. After that, we tackle her and trap her, right? Okay, good. And Hizuru is like pushed out the window. And she's like already busted open. And she tells Shinpei, like, yeah, this isn't the same date what you saw last time. And you see the four-armed big shadow guy. Like, he was there this time. And he crushed her head with a sledgehammer. So she's dead already. So in this loop already, it's already gone to shit.
And he just got back.
Yeah, and she just fucking crushed her head. He crushed her head, and then Haynes like right there is like, and then Shinpei's like, "How'd you know we were here? Like, you see that little grab, the mark on your arm where I grabbed you in that flashback? Yeah, that's your tracker. So I know where you are." So it's like, fuck.
Just when you think it doesn't get crazier.
Yeah, it's like I was like, what the shit? All that is going on, and then it's just, and then they die again. I
feel like I'm here listening to ReZero season 1.
A little bit. But apparently they're not back at, like, they get another flashback. Like, you know how they had a flashback where they saw Ushio with the shadow before she died?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going further, like in this vision thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Hizuru with her twin brother, like physically, not like in her conscience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're talking, Hizuru talks about how she met a friend in the forest, deep in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who the friend is?
Ushio?
Hayne.
The
mother, the main antagonist.
Yeah.
With both her eyes.
Their time travel eyes?
Yeah.
So
and that was where the episode ended.
So does Shinpei have a copy of her eyes?
Well, again, Hayne only has one eye currently.
So Shinpei
her right eye's gone, which Shinpei has.
Shinpei has the other eye. So how did she lose, or is it he?
She.
How did she lose the eye?
I think she lost it because the Ushio
grabbed the eye, and
then the shadow made a copy of that to give to Shinpei, so she can't use it.
So the legitimate eye is like gone forever.
It's disappeared, yes. Because when you make a shadow copy of objects, it won't work unless the other one is deleted.
So it's just somewhere in the abominable abyss somewhere.
Yes.
Interesting.
And that was where we ended that. I was like, holy fuck.
Man, that sounds so good. I can't wait. I'm going to watch it when it comes out on fucking Disney Plus. I don't want to go through all
If it comes out on Disney Plus.
It's going to.
Someday.
Bye, Cat.
Okay. That is it. Should we talk about Cuckoos or no? Give it a break.
Why not? It was a good episode.
No, it wasn't. We got a second Dato.
Yes, second Dato.
Kickboxing.
Hey, I loved it. As someone who
No, it was great. Like, yeah, she's a badass.
She really is, bro.
Like that, they're actually showing more of Ren's characters.
She reminds me a little bit of like Shikimori.
A little bit, just not as delinquent tomboyish.
Right?
But no, sorry, Hero, not Ren. It's Hero.
Hero.
But no, she was cool. And then Nagi's like, "Oh, I'll be fine. Hit me with all you got." And bam,
yeet.
Yeeted that bitch. I was like, "Oh, that is hilarious." But what you call it? What's her face? Erica's getting jealous.
She's starting to catch feelings.
She is, and she got to the point where it's like, I don't have feelings for you yet.
And after a while, what's his face
replies like, "What?
Huh?"
Yep. And then he says the same thing to her.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he starts questioning his feelings with Hero.
Like it was a good conversation, because the reason why he did that is because of the fact that he had a conversation with his father. He goes to his father, and he's just trying to he goes back to the house, and he's just
and then he sees the letters. He sees the love letters.
Yeah, he sees a taped box, and it says "Do not open." So what did he do? He opens it, and it's a bunch of love letters. And we find out that his father was.
He does not have a way with words.
No, he doesn't have a way with words. He was very obsessive over his mother at the time.
Yeah,
but his mother had something for him and accepted the love letters, and here they are with 2 kids later.
Yep, exactly. And then the father's like, "All right, close your eyes. I want you to imagine, like, who do you really care for?" He's like, "Do you have the answer?" And guess what the answer was?
It was Erica Chan. Actually, no, it was all three of them.
Yeah, all three of them. So Sachi,
Including his
Hiro, and
sister.
Erica. And it's like, what the hell?
Some stepbrother stuff is gonna happen.
No chromo.
No chromo.
Exactly. Stop it.
It's gonna be so good.
So I'm looking forward to the second half. What would you grade the first half?
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't know if it will make on the summer list because of everything we're watching. So if we were to go back, where would you put it? Would you put it on your top 10 list?
Would I? Of course I, because I didn't watch any fucking shows to begin with. I did.
But
did I not
what number? And what number would it be on yours?
Did I not grade it? I didn't. I put Boruto where I thought it would be. I didn't put I didn't put it where it would be. Cuckoos. It would replace. Here, let me. I'll put it there though. And it would replace Shikimori for me at 6. So if I were to put it, I would put my top 5: Kaguya-sama 1, Requiem 2, Dance Dance 3, Executioner 4, Spy Family 5, Cuckoo 6, Shikimori 7, Quitting Hero 8, Komi. You know what? No, I'll be there. Komi 9, Shield Hero 10, or Boruto would be there if I graded it, and then so Shield Hero would be 10. Demon Lord Reborn is 10 right now, so that would be 11, and Dawn of the Witch would be 12 or 13, depending. So
it would be number 8.
Okay, not too far away from me.
Yeah, like Executioner would go down. And then that's a Hara and Komi, then Cuckoo.
Yeah.
But no, good episode.
Indeed.
All right, let's get to Shikimori.
Indeed.
Dato.
It was a beautiful Dato.
No, sorry. Fuck everyone that says what you call it? Izumi's a bitch. No, fuck you.
He is.
No. He's fine.
He's a beta. He's a bottom boy. He's an adorable bottom.
I don't see the problem though. Like if it was a girl with the same thing, they would go head over heels for him.
Oh yeah, he would be fucking adorable.
Yeah, it's like
he was like he would be adorable.
It's like, oh god, it's like people here, it's like an alpha male's like no personality, all shallow as fuck.
I know, bro.
No, he was fine, and the balls on him like to go like this. That's how he confessed to Shikimori.
It was beautiful.
It was really nice.
It was beautiful. I recorded it. So I could send it to my friend. I was drinking and I wanted to show my friend, so I recorded that whole 1-minute monologue when he confessed. It was fucking adorable.
No, good. No, seriously, good for Izumi. And Shikimori is great too. They got a type of kisu.
A little bit. Cheek kisu.
It's on the cheek.
What is face? Cow? Face is cow in Japanese. Cow, C-A-O. Cow. Cow kisu.
Cow kisu.
Cow kisu.
And then they go to school. Izumi's all flustered. Shu's trying to call like, hey, what's wrong? And down the girl's side, it's what'd you call it? Nekozaki and Hachimitsu is like, what happened? Like, oh, you guys kissed? Like, what?
Can you tell us more details? Can you tell us more details? Give us everything you know.
Yeah, and then they find out it was just a kiss on the cheek. I was like,
never mind.
So they don't care. What would you give this?
I gave it 4 out of 5.
No, it's a good 4. No, I think this finale moved it up for me. Yeah, I think this would have been the very top of my honorable mention.
When I first started, I was like, yeah, it's all right. It's a 3. But like ever since like the Kami episodes, it's been fantastic. It's been like a 4.75 for me since the Kami episodes.
Yeah, no, as soon as they did that, everything's been great.
Yeah.
Like we got the basic shit out of the way for the first 3 or 4 episodes. Like, all right, now we're actually going to know more about it.
Or was it the firework episode before the Kami episode? Or was that after?
Firework was first.
Since fireworks, I'm sorry. Since firework episode.
Sorry. It was firework episode. Kami was like 2 to 3 episodes later.
Yeah. So it was just banger. Yep. It was good.
So like the father, the mother, Kamiya.
Yep.
All that shit.
Season of the rom-com delivered.
Yes. 100%.
Do we get
So
season 2?
this Kaguya, what you call it? Haran, if you do count it.
Yeah, you should. Komi.
Yeah. Komi.
There was another one.
Spy Family doesn't really count. Cuckoos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was really about it.
Yeah, no, it
delivered. That one.
Oh, Date Alive.
Yeah, but we didn't watch it. So.
We didn't watch it, but it's getting.
But no, definitely 100%.
It's getting rave reviews. The girl won Girl of the Year.
Which one?
Or Girl of the Season, rather. The girl from Date Alive.
Depends on which one you go to.
Yeah, depends on which one.
She won Kurumi. Yeah, she won supporting female. Oh yeah. Should we get to that real quick?
Yeah, you said you wanted to read out who the
the genres, the characters, all that shit.
Before you shout out to the one person watching on Eat the Cake Anime. Shout out to the one person on Twitch watching on WQM Network. Sean. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Sean. It may not be Sean watching. It could be somebody else.
Well, not anymore. Well, fuck you, pal.
It could be random Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Right.
Right in the chat. I'll chat you up.
Yes, chat with us. We'll chat back.
Indeed. And it'll interrupt Matt all the time.
All right. All right, let's get to this.
Yes.
Best Supernatural, Summertime Rendering. Favorite sport, Aoashi.
We didn't watch any sports anime, but cool.
Well, we watched Dance Dance.
It's not a sport.
It was considered.
It's an art.
Slice of Life, Spy Family.
It's not a fucking slice of life to me.
It is.
Gah.
It is.
Gah.
Yeah, I know, but it actually is. Romance, Kaguya.
Duh.
Mystery or psychological, Summertime.
Makes sense.
Music, your boy Coming.
Makes sense.
This one pissed me off. Favorite fantasy, Rise of the Shield Hero. I was like, what?
Shaking my head, bro.
Shaking my head. Disappointed.
Shaking my dick after a piss.
Favorite drama, Dance Dance.
Okay. No Lucky Requiem. God damn.
Well, that was technically winter for them, so. Comedy, Spy Family.
Okay.
Action or adventure, Aoashi, the soccer anime. Again.
Action for a soccer anime?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Wow, man. We might have.
They do some hardcore soccer that we missed it.
Wow, man. We should have watched
we probably should have watched it. Hold on. What was our final rating?
I've just, what are your thoughts on sports anime? Because I've never been attracted at all to sports anime. Like, I've never been.
It's like
big in haiku.
It depends.
Like, the only sports anime I really can, I guess, is Megalobox.
Yeah, Megalobox and.
I mean, I should go back. I always said I wanted to go back and watch Hajime no Ippo. I have not yet, but it's on my.
I watched Prince of Tennis. That was all right. But it ended with a 8.03 as their final score.
That's good.
No, that's very good. I'm surprised, actually.
Oh, cool.
It's still going. 24. It's a 24 episode.
Oh, so it's a continuation.
Yep.
Nice.
Favorite ED, Spy Family.
Okay.
It was cute. I'll give it that. OP, Coming. Fine. Thank God. I was gonna say, if there was anything else, I was gonna write.
Hey, for me, I didn't watch Coming, so I could think of other ones.
Yeah.
But sure, makes sense.
Supporting female, Kuromi Tokisaki from Data Live 4.
Okay.
Supportive male, Kabe Taijin from Kongming.
Okay.
I kind of forgot about it. Like, I'll give it to him, but I still pick the other guys. Couple, Izumi and Shikimori.
I mean, by definition, they're the only real couple.
Yeah, like from beginning to end, yeah.
Yeah.
Female, Shikimori.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay. There. Say hi to the other cat.
Hi, kitty.
Ski, Neko Ski.
Male, Yuichi from Tomodachi Game.
As the best male?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like part of like an antagonist? He had like somewhat of an antagonistic role in some capacity.
He's just a psychopath.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
All right. Third place for anime of the season, Summertime Rendering.
Okay.
And the second place, as well as best new anime of the season, Spy Family.
You had it at number 2, right? You didn't grade it. If you had graded it, where would you put it?
Summertime?
Yeah.
2.
And you said what was number 2 now? This one?
Spy Family.
Okay.
And since it's like the first one that's like top, that's like new, it also won new anime of the season. And then number 1, Kaguya.
Good.
As it should.
As it should, indeed.
As it fucking should. Okay, now let's close out. Komi.
Komi-san. This was a really good closing.
This was great.
This is a good closing to close out a better season 2 than season 1 for sure.
Yeah, we got White Day episode.
White Day.
Tano gave. Well, first Tano goes to the house for Komi after trying to figure out what.
Kyo no Shiro? Kyo no Shiro?
For what?
Kyo means today.
Yeah.
And white is Shiro. Kyo no Shirori?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Let me look up what White Day is in Japanese. Keep going. Sorry.
Well, while you're doing that, Tano goes to Komi's house with the gift. He rings the doorbell, like, I should go. And then you see Komi's mother. It's like, hey, come in. Like, she's
come in.
Come in. And then she drags him in. He's in Komi's room. And then the dad comes in.
That was great.
I
was expecting
evil death glare, JoJo bizarre menacing glare.
Hawaito de. It's basically they say it in English with the Japanese accent. Hawaito de.
Okay, Hawaito de. Alrighty.
Say Hawaito de.
Hawaito de. It's Hawaito.
J Hawaito. I mean that's it. Hawaito. J Hawaito. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and then
what is it? Sasaki-san. Sasaki-san was like my favorite. I mean, I grew up with him. Like not grew up with him, but he was the first announcer from New Japan that I ever watched. So when I transitioned to Abe-san, I wasn't really a fan. Now I like Abe-san compared to the other guy that they have replacing him, but
right,
they're not replacing him, but this is the second. But whatever. Anyway, sorry, random tangent.
But the Koei's father is doing the medicine JoJo stare with the tea.
Yes.
Then Komi Ventricles is like, no, get out.
That was funny.
That she's all getting flustered because the room's a mess, and then Tano's like, it's not that bad. It's
Spanish American dad would have not let that happen. Just saying.
Oh no, hey, he will beat you to death before your friends come over.
Yup.
And then they start talking, and then Tano gives her the White Day gift, and it's a hand lotion and a piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
And the piece of candy is I like you.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why she got all flustered.
Where did it say that?
Well, it was kind of implied, but let's look up candy on White Day.
Oh, that's an actual like. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I think marshmallows like they hate you.
Yeah, marshmallows said they hate. I remember that one. I think it was chocolate on White Day was I like you, right? Or no?
Yeah, I think that's like a friend.
Oh.
Then candy, I think means it's something different.
Oh, Naruto.
That's why she got all flustered, blushing.
Oh, now I get it. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hard candy is I like you.
Ski des.
And cookie is let's remain friends, or you're just a friend.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cookie janai.
Yeah. Of course, Yamai gives Komi the candy. Like you can lick me anywhere. Lick your favorite spot.
Yeah, bro. Again with the
I was like, Jesus Christ, stop it! Enough,
bro. Like if they had a Komi hentai, oh my god.
So she would write it,
bro. If they had an ecchi Komi, forget it. She would be the absolute bro. She would be like the fucking girl from Shino Meta.
Right.
Going after fucking homeboy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's Yamai and Komi.
But this Pantsu. Also, let's give up for Makabe.
Yes.
Yeah, give him the candy.
Yo, he slipped it so smooth too. It was like a fucking drug dealer. He's walking by, slip. She's really adorable.
And then gives Komi the masculine manga.
Bro, that girl is adorable though. Back up for 2 seconds. The girl with the glasses.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, I like her too, bro. She's really adorable.
And what you call it? Najimi is like, let's play a racer game.
Yes.
And it turns into this, all of a sudden, this big battle royale.
It looks like
disqualified.
It's the tournament of power with an eraser.
Yep. And they're all Piccolo because they tripped and fell out of bounds. Fucking Piccolos.
Goddamn Piccolo.
And then everyone's joining, the girls, the guys. It's Makabe and main protagonist. Makabe gets cheered after winning. And everyone's just having a wonderful time.
Hey, last day shenanigans.
Yeah, and then
that was the last day, right? Wasn't that the last day of school for them?
It was like it was the full school year.
Yeah.
And then Komi talks about being sad because she thinks she'll be separated from everyone.
That was a very nice moment as you get into that. Komi.
Yeah, and then Tano's talk about like how they met everyone.
Yes, it was a wonderful recap. Very much a recap. All the highlights from throughout the season of all her friends and all the little funny moments between them, and they reminisce on how, like, you know, how awesome they are, which is something that, you know, not a lot of shows will do. When you have a recap of seasonal events, you don't ever get into like the personability of those like events, like what they mean to you personally and how they affected you. And as you see these flashbacks, you know, Tadano makes little comments like, we should go out to eat again with Wolf Girl. What's her name?
Oh, the dog?
Yeah. Inu-chan.
Yes.
Anyway, like little things like that, or like Naka and Yamai are like a cat and a dog, but they make a good, like, you know, like friendship.
They make a good combo, yeah.
Yeah, they make a good combo. Like the little details on like, oh, we should hang out with these people more. Like, oh, that was a great time. Like Onemine and what's her face, the slow girl. Like they're very reliable, and it makes them feel like they got this. Like all these little comments, that was really well. They put over each character and their significance to the overall story, despite the fact that they were focusing specifically on Tadano and Komi. And on top of that, they were definitely pushing the narrative of that tension, that those feelings between them. It was very nice. And I was, you know, when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is really nice. And then in the back of my head, as it slowly crept forward to the more forward part of my brain, I was thinking, I was like, oh, they're gonna have a moment. Are they gonna have a moment? And they almost did have a moment before they got cock blocked.
Yep.
Can you say cock blocked for a day? Does that work?
Yeah, they even said them, in the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's another thing that Komi does well, is that they definitely allow Najimi and her gender play. Can you say gender play? Kind of. I mean, she's all right. So Najimi's a they.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, is that kind of like gender fluid as well? Because it's not. You could say gender fluid because she doesn't ever come out and say like I'm trans.
They are gender fluid. Yeah, gender fluid or gender queer.
So they play on that gender fluidity. That's what I was basically trying to say from that standpoint.
Exactly.
So I was like, so you can't, I guess, say cock block.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning. God damn it, I'm learning.
You're learning. I'll give you props. I'll give you effort.
Yes.
And then Komi's actually been talking in this last bit from then the first day of the next year.
Oh my god, yes.
Like almost full. She's getting there.
You know what? All this conversation is putting over Komi for me. I'm changing my grade and I'm gonna move it up in my list. I think.
I will put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it above Cuckoos actually.
I'm going to as well. Where is my?
So list? it's still number 8. Oh, sorry, Kobe's number 8, where it originally was. Okay. And I hope we get another season, or this is just their goodbye for now. We'll see.
It's funny. Cuckoo's is now my number 8 too.
Yep.
Go figure.
But no, great stuff. So yeah, I'm much better than season 1.
Much better than season 1. I can't wait to see what else, and it's still, I still say it's not the type of anime that I enjoy the most, but it's certainly, and I liked season 1 for what it was worth. I enjoyed season 2, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is like season 1 was like, oh, this is a nice watch. Season 2 was like, I enjoyed watching this.
Right.
And I feel there's a difference for that. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Good shit.
I gave it a 3, and all this conversation between us right now, as we kept talking about the
Oh,
positives.
it's a solid 4.
I'll give it a 4.
All right. You ready for summer?
God damn, am I ever, boy? I'll tell you what.
Oh, because I hate summer, but I love anime summers.
Bro, how was last summer by comparison? Do you remember? I can bring it up. I think I have the notes saved here. Let me check. Déjame ver.
All right, we had you had.
Okay, yeah.
You had Reincarnation Slime.
We had Slime. We had Remake. We had Uramichi. We had Duke of Death.
Vanitas, Sunny Boy.
Yes, Revengers. My Hero. Aquatope. Tsukimichi.
Duke of Death.
I said Duke. Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, you did.
Realist Hero. Kageki no Shoujo.
Oh yeah. Girlfriend. Nighthead.
Yes, it was a big season last season as well. It was a big season last season as well, with Slime leading it and Uramichi and Duke being the 2 surprises, I think.
Yeah.
Remake didn't get a lot of love. For me, it did, but for others, not so much. This season though it's anchored by like a big 4, I think, right? At this stage, it's pretty much anchored by by those big 4: Overlord, Classroom of the Elite, Made in the Abyss, and
we got so many.
What's the 4th one?
I mentioned Call the Night.
Rent a Girlfriend right now has a lot more like fanfare, I'd say, than Call of the Night. Call of the Night is the much better anime.
Oh yeah, no,
we're gonna say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I just remembered we got to update our fucking little list right here, Junior. Or have you updated the list? No, you haven't. We haven't updated the list yet.
We did not.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, well, we're gonna upload it.
How many more do you have than me in terms of separating that we know who goes first?
I'm going first this season.
All right, you're going first. Again,
first.
Tell us what you're watching that I'm not, and what are your thoughts on them so far.
I gotta look and see which one is which. Okay, so we'll start off. I'll start off on the bottom. As in, we're recording for those who don't know on a Thursday night. So I'm gonna start off from Friday shows and head downward. So we'll go with, first off, Shine On Bakumatsu Bad Boys. First episode was pretty solid, I'd say. The show is basically about 7 death row criminals that were saved from death. The reason being is that there was, I guess, some mysterious like samurai gang that killed a bunch of high-ranking samurais, and so these 7 death row I guess prisoners were basically drafted to be like fake replacements, because basically if the community, like whatever Japanese community finds out that these heads of samurai are dead, it would throw like the whole nation in chaos, so they have to fake being them. And so they all have different characters. They're all very interesting, and some of them are quite what's it called, flamboyant, not flamboyant like but like flamboyant as in like very voluminous personalities and such. So it wasn't bad. There's some decent action as well. You get, of course, like I said, it's based on samurai, so you get a bunch of katanas, and the katanas can have like these crazy powers. I don't know how they'll explain that, but they can have powers, as you can tell in the first battle that you see of the season. And it's pretty solid, I'd say. Our main character, his name is Ichiban Boshi. So number 1, I think it's number 1 warrior. I think Ichiban is Boshi. Boshi is number 1 hat. Boshi is hat in Japanese. So he's the number 1 hat. That's what his name translates to in English.
Right.
But in any case, the kid, I forget why he's on death row, but basically he's been trying to gain revenge on a gang of samurais that killed his family. Coincidentally, it's those same gang of samurais that killed all the other samurai. So they have a common interest. And then we get other different characters that I'll explain throughout the season. Not bad, though, I will say. Not bad at all. We'll see how that progresses. Black Summoner is the next one that I'll talk about. That's pretty solid as well. I'm seeing comparisons online to a more serious god damn, what was they said? They said it was similar to like Sword Art Online. They said it was more serious Konosuba. Which is interesting. The reason why they get that comparison is the guy. So it starts off a little bit as a comedy. This guy is your average like gamer type of dude. Like he's not, I guess you can call him an otaku, but nothing bad with him. He was killed accidentally by another god. He wasn't supposed to die.
What the fuck?
So he dies, and the god who kills him was like, hey, he goes to they go to the, I think it's a woman, goes to the god of reincarnation and was like, yo, I fucked up. This guy died and he shouldn't have died. Can you reincarnate him into something like decent? And so he goes and speaks to the god of reincarnation, and he falls in love with the god of reincarnation. So basically he trades all of his memory of his past life for extra skill points. And he's like this crazy OP summoner, which means basically he can, what's it called? He can, he's like a trainer basically. So like he can go and like summon beings to help him in his battles. And one thing that he does is he basically asks the goddess of reincarnation to forge a pact with him so he can summon her because he's so madly in love with him. Apparently, based off of the monologue, he said he sweet talked her and got the fucker before he got reincarnated, apparently, too. And he doesn't remember fucking her because he traded all his memories. He traded all his past memories before he got reborn in this world. But basically, because she's a goddess, she's like super duper high level and he's a low level, so he can't summon her yet. So that's going to be one of the main quest lines, basically, is for him to grow and be able to summon the goddess so he can see her, because apparently he's still in love with her, blah, 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 blah. His first summon is a slime. And because he's an S rank summoner, first off, the goddess tells him, like, yo, don't put yourself as a summoner because, like, they're super rare. And on top of that, you're an S tier summoner. And, like, the best summoner on this world is, like, B rank. So don't do that. Just put, so he puts, like, he's just some general mage or whatever. And so he basically forges a contract with the slime. The slime becomes super OP because he can boost everybody's stats by, like, plus 100 for anybody he has, like, contracted. Wow. So it's pretty decent, I'd say, for sure. I definitely enjoyed episode 1. Takes a little bit to get into it, but it's not bad at all. It's got decent animation as well, so we'll see how that progresses. Let me see. You're watching Engage Kiss, right?
Yeah.
You're watching Engage Kiss. You haven't watched Ruby, but I already summoned up Ruby in the last episode.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, they summoned up Ruby in the last episode. They have episode 3 comes out this week. I've already seen episode 3, like I said, because episode 1
and then
so
next week you'll get it.
I'll get a brand new episode starting next week. Isekai Life. Are you watching that?
Which one?
My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class. Okay, so that's one of my highlights that I'm watching that you're not. Basically, the guy, it's My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class. So basically, the guy himself is he died of overwork and exhaustion. And like he has flashbacks throughout the episodes of like what it was like being in like a boardroom and being like super like stressed out or being relied upon. So in this new like Isekai Life, he tries to be as relied on as little as possible, despite the fact that his class is like super duper OP. He is what's called a tamer, which is similar to a summoner, where basically he can tame animals and use them for his advantage. And so he has a big giant wolf that has a literally retarded face. It's hilarious. Calls him Proud Wolf. He's got a stupid face, but he's really good. And he's got a bunch of slimes. Again, Isekai slimes, it's a thing. So he's got a bunch of slimes. And the really unique part that I enjoy about this is his power. He's got super duper OP magic. And he is able to basically transfer his magic to his summons, to his slimes, or to his like wolf. And they basically do his bidding. So he's like transfer magic, fire flame, and the fucking the slimes will shoot fire flames, and they're like super duper OP. They kill everybody really quick. They're super duper efficient. He uses them for tracking. So he calls himself a tracker basically, instead of being a tamer, because tamers aren't really popular because they're not really useful. But because he's super duper OP, Like he uses the tamer as a different class in essence. But no, it's super duper solid, like I said. And the other thing also with his transfer magic is like normally you'd have to do some like, you know, magical circles, and there are magical circles, but the way he views all of his magic, he has it like an index, like a Pokedex, except it like comes up like virtually like you would like any like a game, for example. So like he's just scrolling through this magic, and it's pretty crazy. It's funny because when he first gets isekai'd, he meets up a slime and he tames the slime, he gets the slime, right? And then all of a sudden, like he gets the entire slime legion of like whatever the fuck forest. They find an abandoned cottage of a mage, and the slimes and him start reading like the books on the shelves, and he gains all of the knowledge through osmosis as all these slimes are like reading off this crazy magic. He gains all this insanely powerful magic. So that was pretty funny, nice. To me at least. But yeah, dude, super solid. I enjoyed it very much. It's one of the more unique isekais, I would say, given the fact that the way he transfers magic, the way he uses the slimes and his other characters, the way that you would see like all his magic screen, the fact he's OP as fuck, like most isekais, but super and just also the realities of him, like as he's like, they're like, oh, without you we'll be completely fine, and what's it called? And you know, he thinks like, oh, this is the same shit that I heard in college, like I heard in at work, or like him being in like a super meeting about the end of the world that's about to happen. He flashes back to being in an important meeting and seeing like a critical error happen right before a launch, and that's going to require him a bunch of overtime and shit. He starts thinking like that. So that's a really also unique perspective. Another thing about the show as well, I'm going on about the show because I really like this show, is we see in episode 2 that his summons actually happened 30 years in the past of like that world that he's in, for him to get summoned that week to face a fucking a world catastrophic calamity type of fucking dragon. And that's where the episode ends going into this week. So super duper cool. You're watching Stepmom, you're watching Vermeil, right?
Yep.
Abyss, you are. Harm and Labyrinth, you're watching?
Yep.
Yakuza, you're watching?
Yep.
Call of the Night?
Yep.
Ayumu, Cuckoos. Actually, I may have less than you. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4. I thought I had less than that. I thought I had more than that. Are you and you're watching?
I have 1, 2, 3.
Because we're gonna watch thing together. Maid.
Yeah.
Strange Maid.
I got Recoil, OG-san, but that's next week. Mm-hmm. Classroom, Devil Part-Timer.
4.
I think that's it.
So we're tied at 4.
Yeah.
And then I'll have 5 if I watch that other one with the cute dog. So I'll have 5. So I'll still go first. That's fine. If we're tied at 4, I'll still go first.
All right.
Because I've never gone first. What, puppy?
No, you got first the last ones.
Have I? What, papa? Don't stop.
Yeah, I think you did for winter. And then fall.
Bacayero.
That's right, cat.
No, he's playing with my foot. I gave my cat a foot fetish. So I got my foot out.
All right. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, go.
I think it's called Licorice Recoil.
Lycosis, I think.
Lycosis?
Lycoris? Licorice Recoil? Might be Lycoris. Lycoris Recoil.
Lycoris, Licorice, all that. Whatever.
Licorice.
My first original anime for the season. We're finally getting originals in.
And yeah, I don't know how many of them are originals for me, but we'll look it up later. That's fine. Go ahead.
I'll look it later. But no, it's like Charlie's Angels, the anime. The way Angel described it. I was like,
admittedly, I didn't really watch too much Charlie's Angels. I remember seeing it.
I didn't get 2 shits about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can care less Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
But this is actually good though.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about Takina Ino. She's like this top level expert killer and all this, but she's like very kill, complete the mission, fuck people.
Okay.
So because of this, like she almost killed certain people by accident, like coworkers. Say, okay, you're going here now. We're transferring you. Get away.
Nah.
And it's like this little Japanese cafe with Chisato, Mika, Mizuki, and Kurumi.
See, the cafe thing, when I first read it, I was going to watch it. And then the cafe thing kind of just was like, eh.
The cafe is just a hideout.
Mm.
That's it. That's really all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hideout and they do their missions. Chisato, she does things differently. She doesn't kill the people. Like all this, she'll use rubber bullets, paintballs, and actually restrain them.
Mm-hmm.
Not just right away bullet to the head. And you see that in the first episode. So yeah, that's gonna be the comparison and the contrast to both of them.
Are they beefing?
No,
not yet. Okay.
Yeah. And then what you call it? Episode 2, we see how skilled Chisato really is. She's like dodging bullets and all this. I forgot what pissed her off, but yeah, like they're like you can show like nope, boom, 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 and then shoots them with the paintball thing, beanbag.
She's matrixing everywhere.
Yeah, she is basically. I was like, what the shit? She's teleporting. She got Ultra Instinct, man.
Yeah, she got Ultra Instinct. That's funny.
Exactly, and then it's just, but no, this is a really good one. I'm really glad for this one. A lot of fun. I like the characters. The action's great. Alrighty, The Devil's a Part-Timer, Season 2. I'll have you all know I watched this a couple of days ago. Well, I was binging it for the past week. Because I had to watch it. Why not? It was funny.
Yeah.
It's not an isekai. It's not a reincarnation. It's like a reverse isekai. Like they were losing in battle. They take the portal, but they're in Earth and where there's none of their magic. And the only way they get magic is like negative energy and stuff like that. If they're surrounded by that, they get energy for their stuff. So because of this, what you call it, Mao had to get a job. He works at McDonald's.
McDonald. Wow.
Yes. So yeah, while his right hand man is a stay-at-home housewife. Because all he does is do laundry and all that shit. And eat bean sprouts as their deal because they're poor. They're poor, except for the hero Emmy.
Bimbo Janai. Bimbo.
Yeah, Bimbo. Of course, Emmy followed him. She's the hero. She has a nice job. She has a nice apartment. But we're meeting all these people. Chiho, who also works with Mao at McDonald's. She's a human girl that's caught up in all this shit. On her side, and then I forgot Emmy's friend's name. That's her side. Anyway, season 2. Let's actually get to that. What you call it? Aisha, the right hand man, he says he needs to find a job too. He doesn't want to be a housewife anymore, and he's pissed off at Lucifer for basically not doing shit around the house. Because all he does is go hang out on the computer and buy shit from Amazon.
Yeah.
Instead of doing research to find a way to get back home.
Yeah.
So that's his face. So he puts in the work by doing all the housework. And he sucks at it.
Typical man.
He's like very lazy, doesn't give a shit. It's like hey, we had tea here, you didn't refill the tea. We had no drinks, we had no AC because we had the shitty fan.
Useless.
Exactly. Lucifer is useless.
Makes sense.
And they sense this presence of them being followed, or like there was something in the apartment. Turns out it was a fucking cockroach, but it had this different demonic name. But it's a cockroach.
Oh, Lucifer isn't demonic enough, right?
No, I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it was called. All right, fine, whatever. So of course, Emmy, Suzuno, they're all there. They're all arguing, and then all of a sudden, this golden apple appears.
Golden apple.
Yeah, so Mao had it, and he had it in his hands, and he called Emmy flat-chested because she is, so she wants to kill him. Decapitate him using the secret.
Cats are fighting. Sorry.
Wants to decapitate with her sacred sword. She goes to swing it, but the golden apple has arms come out, grabs the sword.
What the fuck?
And then this apple turns into a baby. Her name is Alice.
You guys can't see my face, but I'm looking down to read something really quick, and then he said the apple turns into a baby, and I looked like the okay, what the fuck face.
Yeah. Alice Ramis. She's like this baby thing. It's like, okay, so, and they ask her, who is your father? Satan. So Mao is the father. He's freaking out.
Mao.
And then Chiho's like, you had a baby? You like what? You have a wife and kid at home, and you're keeping it hidden from us? And then her right hand man's like, why couldn't you tell me? You kept the secret from me. Mm-hmm. And then Mao's like, why do you believe in this? He's like, no, I'm not the father. I was like, okay, so fine. Who's the mother? And it says Emmy, the hero.
Yeah.
And then also Chiho the human, she has a crush on Mao, so she's trying to strangle Emmy's like, what? Like, what? You told me I had nothing to worry about, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
That was how the episode ended for that. It's still funny, so it still has that charm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. While also mixed with McDonald's.
Yeah.
But whatever. Shadow's House, season 2. Another season 2. We got season 2s all around.
Hey.
Basically, we picked up where he left off. Edward's in trouble and all this. He got demoted. And I don't know, not a lot happened, but at the same time, you know something big's gonna happen. It's that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of suits in the mansion down below, and it's more of an out of control type thing.
Mm.
So that part's going on, and in the second part of it, the shadows are still doing their debut because they got interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically more of the shadows are separate in one room while the dolls are in another room.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kate is basically wherever they found out about Edward, they're told to keep hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
About trying to take over, trying to kill grandfather. But the doll that was running this debut, she's like, I know what you guys did, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, all right, spill the details. And that's when that episode ended. So we're going to learn more about the house, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be good for that. Which one next? One more from me. Classroom the Elite season 2.
The big one.
Yeah, we're back. We basically picked up where I left off. They're still on the boat. They're still doing exams on this giant cruise ship.
What type of exams are they doing? So give me the gist of Classroom of the Elite, because it was one that was on my list, and then I know we talked about it. Like, if I was gonna binge either Made in Abyss, what was it? Made in Abyss
and Classroom.
Classroom, you get Made in Abyss, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I told you Made in Abyss. I think you would like that a lot better.
Yes, which I want to talk about.
Yeah, we will get to that.
Yeah,
get to it. Yeah. But for Classroom is this secluded special school where you get points, you can buy whatever you want, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's classes A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, from what I read, the guy is like a super genius, but he didn't give a fuck, so he flunked out in class D.
Everyone, a lot. Basically, it's a school for these super geniuses, and they put those to the test in all these exams and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want that special scholarship, you gotta be in Class A.
Mm-hmm.
One of the girls in Class D, Suzune, her brother is president of the student council, so he's basically God. Whatever, no big deal.
Not needed.
Because remember, student council is higher than God in anime.
Seto Kai.
Exactly. We picked up where we left off. Ayano Koji was talking about how he's actually using Suzune, how everyone's a tool for him in the classroom, and how he's actually going to win. Like, you actually know about his motives, and from the season finale.
And there's no fucked up characters. Like, the guy was abused and not loved. The girl was raped. None of that shit.
Not that we know of yet. No,
they're just twisted fucking douchebags.
Well, that's it. People just have very massive egos.
So, fucking massive ego douchebags. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them massive ego douchebags. What you call it? What's that girl's name?
Like, I hear good things about it, but it doesn't seem like an anime that would be like, oh my god, I need to fucking, like, I need to see this. Like, I lowered it significantly on my list as a result. Like, on my list of 2 watches, because I have a fuck ton of Netflix animes I want to binge at some point.
Yeah.
Once I finish Attack on Titan, that's gonna be the next thing I binge. Although I am watching Trigun.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, they're ready to start this second exam, and it was the most complicated shit I ever heard in my fucking life.
Oh god.
I cannot explain it here. It's like, okay, you have to find basically.
Sorry.
He smacks a cat on television.
No, I didn't smack the cat. I clapped. I clapped. We are not going to pin animal abuse on me, motherfucker, okay? This podcast will not end because the feds show up at my door for animal abuse.
Not for everything you said, just for
not for the
cat on
the stereotypical, sometimes fucking, what's it called? A little racial.
Stuff you shouldn't say on the air.
Sometimes a little, what's it called? Sexual phobic of some kind. Yeah, none of that, right?
Slipping $3 million somewhere.
Right? No.
Now, basically, there's four groups, and one of them is the VIP. If you can guess the VIP, you get 500,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just do that like that, but you cannot guess your same classmate. If you get it wrong, then basically the VIP, no matter what, gets 500,000 points. But it also depends on the people that guess it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, what the fuck, like my. I had this those math calculations in my head, what? But if he did this and then someone did that,
I saw the meme.
Yeah, it's just like
so when I saw that turned me off even more. If I'm having to think about that like that, I'm good, Chief. I think I was
like, so what the fuck's happening? But yeah, while all that is going on, what is that guy's name that is always supportive to him? I believe it's Kanji. He's having issues with his girlfriend right now. Mm-hmm. So I think Ayana Koji's going to swoop in, I think, at some points.
Mm-hmm.
With Karizawa. Yes, Karizawa. And she's getting abused by 3 other students.
Mm-hmm.
All because they thought she bumped into one of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, that results in bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Because fuck you. That's all I got so far. That test is still going on, so we don't know who is the VIP, etc. They're all in the stalemate. Class A doesn't give a fuck. Class B is trying. Class C is desperate. Class D wants to move up.
Mm-hmm.
But no, solid start. I know people were complaining about this episode in particular that it wasn't that great, but they said stuff after that was what's going to make them like, hey, watch out for that, pal.
Watch out for that, pal.
Watch out for that paralegal, pal.
It's our friend you got to worry about.
Yeah, the laryngitis. All right, let's.
I forgot to talk about Boruto, but Boruto really hasn't had anything to like, oh my god. So, no harm, no foul.
All right, very good. All right, let's get to our most ecchi season.
Let's just run down the ecchis real quick.
For Male and Gold.
Oh man.
Yeah, basically, Alto. He's one of those top.
He's a super genius. Basically, Alto's a super genius, but he can't conjure a familiar, aka a partner,
and he can't graduate unless he gets one.
Yeah,
he can't move on class.
Move on to the next grade. He can't move to second year, despite the fact he's got hundreds and everything. If you can't conjure familiar, you can't.
That's their main vital thing.
Yeah. So with 24 hours to go, he goes to the library. He stumbles upon a super old book, and the book coincidentally is on summoning magic. So he goes home. He sees, oh, this is a fairly simple spell, and he does the spell. And he does a conjuring. It works. And keep in mind, he's done this plenty of times. It's never worked until now. So the conjuring works. And out comes a beautifully, humongously busted woman.
Succubus.
And it turns out it's a succubus. And not only is she just a succubus.
And she's very ada.
She's very ada. But she's also super duper OP. And her name is Vermeil. And Alto has released her from her long slumber. And what's the first thing she wants to do when she gets out of her long slumber, Matt?
She wants to rape him.
She wants some seki. Hell yeah, she wants some seki.
But no, instead she gets owned by him.
Yes, and they forge a contract, and Aldo ends up being her master, and Vermeil is her familiar.
And of course, his friend is Jelly. His
Well, we
friend
haven't gotten yet.
Lilia.
We still have yet. No, before we get to the jelly.
We're not doing recap.
Oh, I want to go. I want a little bit of a recap. A little bit of a recap. Basically, we find out that he has potent mana, so potent that that's why he couldn't ever summon another familiar, because they would kill them. And so, and by the way, the reason why it's an ecchi, how is it that she gets her mana from Alto, Matt?
Well, kissing him, touching him,
fucking
anything sexual. Fucking that happened in the second episode, by the way.
Yes, my man got some cheeks.
And again, still a minor.
Hey, I can't.
I know they gotta start somewhere. I guess
they gotta start somewhere. Hey, if you were 14, wouldn't you have wanted to bang a fucking ridiculously hot 500-year-old? That silence is acceptance.
If they don't look like a lolly, sure.
Silence is acceptance. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. As long as they don't look like a lolly, sure.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, as Matt said, childhood friend is jealous because familiar is all over Aldo. I'm calling
even
Aldo.
In class, sitting on his lap,
hugging him,
being a distraction with her boobs. All the students are looking.
All the males are like titties. All the girls are like
of course,
titties.
Hers is like, of course, it's an upskirt shot from Lilia for some reason.
She's got a fat Toto. Not for nothing.
Yeah. That's
what?
Her. Cat's like, no.
Cats are yelling and fighting. God damn it, man. This is what happens when I fucking leave them alone. Can't leave these fucking cats alone.
You cannot leave them alone.
God damn it.
Leave me alone.
Can't wait for my friend to pick up her fucking cat. Son of a bitch.
It's like, go away.
Fuck.
Don't want you here.
W2M YouTube. Shout out to whoever's watching us on W2M YouTube. That's a new one.
Hello, shout out, and they're gone.
And they're gone. God damn it.
They'll be back. They'll always come back.
Talking about jealous friends with fat Toto pantsu shots and drove them away.
And of course, they challenge us to a duel. And how do you win that duel? Give her an orgasm.
She fucking gave her an orgasm. That was so hilarious when I saw
that.
What
the fuck? They didn't even do anything.
That was so fucking funny, dude. I saw that.
And then she was expected to do whatever whatever he wanted. It's like, let's be friends with her.
Meanwhile, homegirl was
that didn't last long.
I just wanted to fucking just take me to a room and do what you want with me. Nope, just be her friend. What? Okay. And it gets progressively better and more etchier in episode 2.
And then they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's decent so far. It's fun.
It's very fun.
But yeah, let's
move on to etchy number 2.
Etchy number 2. Labyrinth.
In the Labyrinth of Another World.
Yeah, we're not watching it on Crunchyroll.
So I'm gonna watch it on Crunchyroll, and then I'm gonna go to the dark web to just fast forward to all the perverted parts. That's literally what I did. I had my homegirl with me, and like I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch an ecchi," and she's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's like a super duper sexual anime." Okay, so we watch it, and she starts seeing like the parts, and I was like, "I hate Crunchyroll. They fucking block it off." She's like, "Really? It's like more thing." I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Where can I see the uncensored one?" I was like, "The dark web." Like, okay. She's like, "You want to pull it up?" And I was like, "Sure, I do." So with like 5 minutes to go on the episode on Crunchyroll, after everything's been censored, they go back and I go through the dark web and I find the fucking show and we play the show, and like there's titties, like bare titties and ass and fucking moany noises. And my fucking homegirl had her jaw on my fucking bed, just like down, like, oh. I want to put a dick in her mouth, but I didn't. But
I know.
Hey,
it's also $3 million.
Hey, we're on that level. I've already put my dick in her mouth.
I know.
But in any case,
but yeah, Michio, he thought he was in the game. He woke up. He didn't die.
The best part is at the beginning when it's like, if you go into this game, you can't come out. Well, yeah, whatever. Except,
yeah, he was trying to get out. I was like, wait, like log out, quick game, Control Alt Delete.
They did a little bit of Million Lives there at that beginning when he's like, "Oh man, so if I can't get out this game, I legitimately killed people." Oh fuck.
Yeah, and he's like, ah, shit. But he got reward for it.
Yep.
Killed bandits.
And he gets a bandit's handkerchief or something, bandana, and some swords and a little bit of loot. So it worked out in the end.
Sold out. And then Alan is like, so, Micho, have a seat, my boy.
So
you ever heard of slaves?
No, so before we get there, basically one of the bandits one of the bandits was aided by a member of the village. They sold the man in the village as a punishment off the slavery. Yeah. They had to bring him over to the slave trader in the big town. And then that's when, as Matt said, the guy's like, hey, you ever heard of slaves?
So Alan is Vince McMahon. You ever heard of slaves, pal?
You ever heard of slaves, pal? You see that one? That's Stacy Keebler. I'm just kidding.
See, Christy Hubby, I demoted her and she left.
Oh no!
It had to be her. It had to be her.
It had to be her. But Christy Hubby did pretty well for herself at the end of the day,
Yeah, TNA ruined that too.
Yeah. She's got. She's.
But there's a maid. There's a dog maid called Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the bouncing boobs. She has that nice ass in the OP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I want it. Alan's like, if you want it, you can have it. Like, how much? Like
425,000. Oh no, yeah, it's normally 600,000, but for you, 425.
Yeah, I like you, pal. I like you.
Yeah, right.
And then he has zero money.
He's like, like not only will she help you in battle, but she'll help you in other ways, pal. You can fuck her as much as you want.
Yeah, they are sex slaves.
Yep, then give it to them. They have to listen to their master.
Yep, and then he's like, I have no money. Then I was like, well, it can't be helped. I'll give you 5 days.
Figure it out.
Yep, and I didn't see the second episode. So.
I have not seen the second episode. I really hope they focus on the elf girl because they tease it a slave elf girl, half elf girl, and she has a look about her like she's got a good history and she looks also super sexual. So I'm very curious.
I think she's also going to get a cat. He's also going to get a cat slave, a dog and a cat. Oh god.
Oh god. Nekotori no desu.
Yeah. I don't know all the girls in this one, so.
So I mean, honestly, if we didn't have the dark web, this would definitely not be something because Crunchyroll even blocks out sexual like names. Like it'll go like, oh, you have to play with her. Beep.
Really? Oh, well, fuck. Then yeah, I'm glad.
You didn't watch it at all on Crunchyroll?
No.
You just went off of my thing like, yo, they super censored the shit. Yeah, no, they really do. They'd be like, oh, when you're playing with her.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna watch it twice. I'm gonna watch it once, and it's gonna be a super uncensored.
No, straight up, it's gonna like fucking. They're like, oh, you got to play with her beep, and she's a beep, and when you get her in the beep, 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 you do that. That's literally on top of like the super duper sensor on top of whatever screen image it is. It's like a giant like X. It's better. I'll tell you what, the giant X is better than just black scribble, but not by much.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
It's
still good. It's still entertaining. So
I watch it on Crunchyroll for the plot. I'll say that.
Are you talking about Roxy's plot?
Yeah, plot.
Because it's in the OP.
Fat plot. She got fat plot. Yeah.
She does. All right, next one. Engage Kiss.
Yes, this isn't so much an ecchi.
This is another original too. So
okay, so it's a little ecchi, but not a whole ecchi.
It's there. There's some fan service.
Yes, lots of fan service.
Yes, and lots of some fucking mecha with Shu and Kisara. But yeah, Shu is a shut-in. He has no money. He only takes serious jobs. He doesn't bother with the little jobs because it's beneath him. Despite I need money.
Right.
And so Kisara is basically using her money to help his lazy ass.
And who is Kisara?
She is she's a class A demon.
No, wait, you're talking about. Oh no, I'm thinking about her ex. I was my bad.
No, I know.
My bad. I fucked up the name.
Yugiri is the blue hair girl.
Ayumu. I think it's Ayumu. Is it? No, not Ayumu.
Ayano.
There we go.
Ayano's another. Yep, she's working this thing like you can use the work of me. Like fuck you, because you want to go freelance.
And you have this fucking girl that you make out with in front of me, and Lord knows what else you've done with her.
Yeah, that guy Kisara her powers too.
It gives Kisara like her energy, kissing.
And she wanted to kill Shu all because she didn't give her his apartment key. Yeah, that's all she wanted. She's like, I want a key to your apartment too, so just going for the window.
But you can just literally walk through fucking walls? Why do you need a partner?
It's not the point. It's not the point. It's the principle of the matter, damn it. I want the keys.
And so fine, and she gets the key, and she goes.
So she's very happy. Her rampage is over.
Yes, and she goes and kills the demon, and in the process, they destroy a multi-trillion-dollar fucking hotel. That's a symbol of New Japan or whatever the fuck they're at.
Well, yeah, I too would be pissed off again as bucket and kill me.
Seriously. And episode 2, in the first fucking 2 minutes? What did they do? She gets in the key. She sees her man sleeping, drops her skirt, unbuttons her shirt, takes a selfie, and says, "I'm moving in." Later on in the episode, Ayano sees this,
and she's like, "I hate you again.
I hate you again."
It's like, what the fuck?
That was funny.
This is definitely this is a rom-com for sure.
I don't know if it's a rom-com per se. This is like
I'm looking at the genres now. It's action, comedy, romance.
Yeah. I was gonna literally say those. And ecchi.
That ecchi action rom-com.
Yes. So this is the least ecchi of the 3. It's also the best animated of the 3 for sure.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely.
Engage Kiss.
It's made by A1 Pictures, who did Kaguya.
Yeah, it's one of the best animated series of I would say the season thus far. I mean, what other ones are we gonna say? Stepmom is really well animated. Isekai Life, Overlord
honestly, Call of the Night is really captivating.
Call of the Night so far is the best for me for sure. Ruby, I know you're not watching Ruby. Ruby's also got really crisp animation as well. So those Abyss has got really great animation, especially if you've seen.
I think it's gonna have best soundtrack so far.
Oh, for sure. Abyss definitely has the best soundtrack for sure.
It's beautiful. It captivates the world around them.
So you want to talk about Abyss now? Or do you want to talk after we're done with the ecchis, or do you want to save it?
Yeah, we'll save it. We're done with the ecchi fan service stuff. We'll close with Overlord.
I was just about to say. So we're gonna make it the co-main.
Yeah, we'll make Abyss co-main.
All right, cool.
All right, next one. We might drop it. We don't know yet. Teppen.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the second episode got canceled, like that's kind of a downer.
It is a downer, but given the circumstances, we didn't mention at the top of the show, there was another death in the Japanese world, not in just the anime world.
Right,
but the Japanese
former
world,
Prime Minister
Shinzo Abe. Yes, and he
got shot.
He got fucking got by a homemade shotgun. The reason why episode 2 of Teppen was canceled was there's a joke in there that basically insinuates we're gonna assassinate the president,
and of course,
and it happened on the same day. Yeah. On top of that,
like the same week.
No, it's the same day.
Oh, same day. Yeah, they're like
the same fucking day, bro. Like in the morning. No, it was the day after. Sorry, it was the day after. Like literally, he got killed on Friday. Saturday, the show was supposed to drop, and they were like, "Nah, we're canceling it." And we're like, "What the fuck? Like, why are they canceling it? Like production issues?" They said something about unforeseen circumstances, maybe, or some shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I looked up at that and read like, "Oh yeah, it was because there's like, oh."
That makes total sense. But Teppen, it has its funny moments. So basically, Teppen is about a group of girls.
It's a group of 3. It's a group of 3 people.
Yeah, so it's basically comedy idols. That's in essence, that's what this is. It's comedy idols. You have a group of 3 girls. Might as well give them their name. Let me click on it. Give me a second.
Yaoi, Yomogi, and Yuzu.
Yes, the YYY.
Yep.
And so they are battling with 4 other groups of 3
that are living in this place, and if the crowd doesn't find you funny and all this, you get kicked out.
You get booted, yeah. And so basically,
the goal is to basically stay there.
Yes, and then at the end of the trial, basically you end up going to like nationals where you face all these other funny people, and so this is.
And then you get the Teppen trophy, the top.
Yes, and so.
Also, Seiji, the landlord, he's beefy.
He's hilarious. He was the funniest part for me. The landlord was the funniest character for me of that show.
Yeah. But no, basically this whole thing was why trying to figure out what happened to the statue that got decapitated.
So the reason why, I'm sorry, Matt, but you have to mention that it's not like a typical comedy anime where you see like funny jokes or comments. Basically in Japanese, and I learned this by reading it because there are people that were critical about it. The reason why people are critical is because they don't understand that this is Japanese comedy. Japanese comedy, when you see it on their television, on shows and whatnot,
it's basically people standing there and
it's story style anime.
Yeah.
So you know, like when you like will hear like stand-up comics and they give you punchlines, they give you a little bit of a story.
Yeah.
And there's like there's a punchline every like fucking other like sentence in there. So you laugh, you laugh, you laugh, you laugh, you laugh, and then you get the punchline of the punchline.
Yeah, then you get
and it's
interested in
super
the story.
hilarious. So for here, it's a little similar from that standpoint, where you just basically get a long story. Some parts are funny, some parts are explanatory, and at the very, very end, you get the punchline. And so
it's an aristocrat's joke.
Yes, and so it's got its positives and its negatives. I didn't mind it, although seeing it in that type of style was disappointing for me, I would say, because
it fell flat.
It fell flat from my perspective. I agree. It fell flat from my perspective as well. When I think of comedy greatness, which is basically what they're kind of insinuating, I'm thinking Uramichi. I'm thinking Konosuba, but the Konosuba is just a comedy show. Like so I'm thinking Uramichi. I'm thinking fuck, what's God damn it, the show that's coming out in the fall. Senpai, with Senpai and Homegirl. Uzaki-chan. Yeah, yes. Something comedy like that. And so when we didn't get that, and we get like this long-winded like review of like a story, like okay, well, you know, that makes sense. And it's not bad, but
we'll figure it out the next episode. See where they're.
Are you giving it 1 or 2 more episodes?
I'll give it 2 more.
I'll give it 2 more as well. That's fine.
Yeah, and we'll go from there. But as of right now, I think it's the only one that we're probably gonna say fuck it.
Yeah, at this stage, because we're watching so much, dude. It's
yeah. Alrighty. You ready for cringe?
Well, we talked about Rent a Girlfriend already, dude. But we have to, I guess, briefly go over it. You want to review Rent a Girlfriend since we went over it already?
We didn't talk about it yet.
We talked about Rent a Girlfriend.
We talked about Cuckoo.
No, we talked about Rent a Girlfriend last week, is what I'm saying. I guess because it's a full summer episode, we have to mention it again. And if you want to do a review of it,
it's just Kazu's a piece of shit. That's all we're gonna go with.
He's not that big of a piece of shit so far this season.
He's like relieved to see her being back to being a rental girlfriend instead of just her dreams. Like, what the fuck, dude?
But he's also helping her with her dreams because she wanted to quit and she was upset. And his words, his heartfelt words, really spoke to her, and that was good. Yeah, I mean,
and then he tells Ruka, "Hey, I'm gonna date her while also kind of dating you. I know I sound gonna be serious about you, but I changed my mind because Chizuru needs me right now, and I'd rather help her than you."
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's like, dude, she's better. Fuck you,
bro. Like literally, she would give it up. You don't have to be jacking your meat no more, bro. Like she would literally like give you mango.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's an ED that's not about masturbation anymore. Fuck. Hated that.
That's so true. Even though the OP has fucking the box of tissues very prominently.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Mommy is still a bitch.
I'm still upset you ruined that like spoiler for me about Mommy's past.
I don't give a shit about her still.
And this was after. Might as well go into it a tiny bit. That was after they broke up. That happened.
It's just. I read that part wrong. It was like more of a rebirth, but there's also something she did to fuck them up, and it backfired on them
later in the season.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we'll get it season 2.
It won't.
But yeah, she really tried to sabotage them in front of his grandmother, and it worked for a bit, and then they somehow turned it around, and then she screamed at her, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Who, Mommy said that?
Yeah. To Chizuru. I was like, the fuck? I hate her. Like, I was like, oh, you have to understand. Like, no, I understand it. Fuck her. Horrible person. Doesn't move the plot. Doesn't give a shit.
I really hate that I started watching this. I feel like I have to, for the sake of anime world, we have to keep watching it.
Yeah, it's
got its redeeming moments. It's got its redeeming moments.
Other girls are fine, just not Kazuya.
I love Sumi. Sumi's amazing, and she's.
I like Sumi, but yeah, too bad he's never gonna pick her.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna obviously.
I would probably pick her out of the 4.
No, I would definitely pick Ruka.
Too scrawny.
Listen, as somebody who's fucked fat girls all their life,
No.
I want to.
No, it's not. No, she's not fat. It's just I appreciate the thighs more than.
Stop it! Fucking cats! God damn it! How's Haru?
But it's cringe as fuck. That's all we gotta do.
How's Haru?
Oh, he's jumping around. He got up to the teapot to the tea pots above the kitchen somehow. That's his new spot. He just wants to go high up. And he got outside for 5 seconds because we were trying to get stuff out of the car.
Oh shit!
And Bash slipped and fell, so the door was still open.
Oh,
he ran to the porch like, I need to be here.
Aww.
And then we just grabbed it like, nope, you ain't doing this.
No.
I think it was very pissy.
Yeah, you gotta be especially careful now because there's fucking coyotes and shit over where you're at now.
And wolves now, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we heard a wolf like last week.
That's fucking wild. What you like? Oh.
Yeah, we heard the howl. Like, oh shit.
Oh wow, that's fucking wicked, bro.
Yeah, it's like fuck no. But
bro, if I ever go over there, like we can't get like shit faced and go outside the bullshit because then like we might get fucking eaten by wolves.
Oh, by me, you're getting eaten by a bunch of fucking bugs.
Oh god.
There's a pond by us, so
well, I mean, in the winter though, it'll be. Oh, that'd be cool to freaking free skate, dude.
That would be cool.
There you go. You give me an idea.
There you go. Come winter time.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All
right, let's move on.
Shout out to Enzo Amore.
Yeah, I don't hate him. He's just annoying.
I don't hate him either, bro. He got an unfair stick.
It's more of his mouth gets him in trouble.
Him, Rich Swan, they got unfair sticks.
Well, I think Swan's been redeemed by now.
Is Big
Especially he was like, yeah, he's fine, guys. Stop. Like we're good.
Big Cat going to WWE? Where did he go?
With what?
William Morrissey. Is he going to WWE?
I don't think he'll go back.
I think he might. I mean, dude, he's Vince's type. And he's in the best shape of his life.
I mean, he got better. Yeah, he definitely got better.
He works better.
Yeah, hell, his Impact run was great.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
All righty. My stepmom's daughter is my ex.
That was the other ecchi we should have mentioned.
Yeah, but we're here now.
Yume
and Mizuto.
Is this Summer of the Ecchi?
It's domestic girlfriend mixed with Kaguya.
They didn't have sex, did they?
The two?
I don't think they've had sex.
Yet.
Yet.
Do
you know something that I don't know, Matt?
No, it's gonna happen.
Are you saying that based off of feels or not, or official knowledge?
No. I've read enough about Domestic Girlfriend to know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Domestic Girlfriend is definitely on my list of 2 watches.
Oh, it's the worst with the ending, and the creator keeps changing it every time, and it gets worse every time. The fact that fans are calling him out on it, like, stop it, stop.
What the fuck?
Like, stop changing everything.
So the end of the anime, that's not the end of the manga.
No.
But we don't get a season 2 of the manga.
No.
Or of the anime, rather.
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. If you just look up Domestic Girlfriend ending and the changes, just read it. That's all you need to just fucking read it.
Is there more sex?
The sex, and then I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not fucking saying it anymore.
All right.
But yeah, Yumi and Mizuno, they're having their game. They're having their professional face in front of the parents. While I was like, no, fuck you. Yep. I'm the older sister. Like, no, I'm older than you by 30 minutes.
No, I think the sister said that, and they're like, oh, but the boy is always the oldest. And she almost believed it. They're like, this isn't the fucking 1500s.
Yeah. It's like, fine, you're going to call me Oni-chan. Like, no.
Oni-chan.
Yeah. I forgot what happened. Yeah, she lost, and she called him Oni-chan.
Yes.
And she starts to tease him with the towel after the shower. As she starts to spread her legs. But no, guess what? She slipped. And then he pins her on the couch.
I died laughing. Like, literally, she slipped like forward, I think, right? Or sideways. And
because her towel's falling off. She's trying to catch it.
Like she slipped sideways, cut frame. He's on top. What? Where did that come from?
He instant transmission got up there.
Instant transmission on top of her.
The push and pin her down.
My homegirl watched it with me. The same thing. We watched that one before Labyrinth, and like literally, I made that comment. I was like, "This is literally like what a hentai looks like." That is literally a hentai scene. Yeah. Slip sideways, I'm on top. Oh, or I slip sideways. Oh, my cock is inside you now.
Oh no! Look what happened here. But yeah, they were staring at each other. It's like they're about to kiss, but the Paris walked in, so he hides her under the couch
with her hair still kind of out.
Yep. And then in the second episode, we see the friends.
I haven't seen
Akatsuki, Koger, and Isada. Okay, I won't get any further than that then.
So we get are those childhood friends? Are those best friends of the two?
They're friends in the same like class.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're on the same group. And of course, Yume is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got a brother complex. I can't hang out."
That was fucking funny.
Okay, but this is actually surprisingly good.
It is. It's ecchi, no doubt. But I
want to know why they broke up.
I do as well. No, well, she mentioned like in the very first episode, they're like, "Oh, like your attitude was one of the reasons why like I hated it, whatever the fuck." So it was a multitude of things. Something. Yeah, it was got to be a multitude of things for sure. Got to think that.
I think that's too ecchi.
Yeah, that's it for the ecchis.
All right, let's move on to something wholesome. When will Ayumu make his move?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Yakuza. That's because that's even more wholesome.
Well, we'll get to we'll put him in a bit.
All right.
But yeah, Urushi and Amayu, they're playing. What's that game they're playing?
Shogi.
They're playing Shogi. They're
Shogi
Club.
Even though it's not an official club because there's only 2 people.
Yeah. No, she just wants someone to play with, and she needs like 3 people to be Yes, freeway. But yeah, she keeps teasing Ayumu. Is like, "Oh, I know you like me all this. Like, I'll let you kiss me and all this."
And Ayumu like, "No, are you stupid?" Internally, she's like, "Oh, I." But it's a really nice story because, like, literally, like on the surface, he's like, "No, are you stupid?" Like, no, like, well, what if you got a girlfriend? Oh, fuck, whatever. But at the end of the day, like in the back of his head, he does like.
He does like her.
He does. What's her name again?
Urushi.
There we go. Yeah. See, he does like Urushi, but he promised himself, like, I will not confess until I beat her in a game of shogi. But she's really, 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 really good at shogi, so he keeps getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And Ayumu knows, or not Ayumu, Urushi definitely knows beyond a shadow of a doubt Ayumu likes her, and she likes him too. And like literally, this is the most simple like anime to just been like, just confess, bro, you'll get your girl.
Yep. No. In this comedy slice of life, nope.
Confess. What's that? And it's literally like that. Confess. Psh, I'm not gonna fucking confess. Yeah, this is more wholesome Kaguya.
Also, yeah, it's the same person that made Tsubaki and Takagi-chan.
You can definitely tell the Takagi influence.
Oh shit! I forgot to review Tsubaki's.
Oh, wow.
Okay, basically that giant creature thing, it wasn't a man. It was basically an octopus on top of a monkey. It was like blinded by the octopus. We're on a rampage. Guy's ass kicked by Betty and Tsubaki.
What fucking spliced shit is this?
Yeah, basically the octopus was like jumping on the monkey. Monkey tried to get on a rampage. Tsubaki and Betty Sue, they beat it up.
What's the season finale?
What?
That's the season finale?
Yeah. That's the season finale. It was just that, and yeah, Sensei came back, and yeah,
and there's nothing about boys or dicks.
No, Sensei is still married to one of the guys, and he was disguised as a snake, like talking to her.
What the fuck?
But yeah, that was it. That was like a 3 1/4. All right. All right, back to where we were. What?
Okay, moving on.
And that was it. Like, okay, like real quick. Yeah, it was fine. Good. Move on.
This is so off the rails today.
Well, we have so much anime. It's gonna be hard to keep up with everything.
I know, but this is fun. This is one of the more fun episodes we've had in the last few weeks.
We got 4 left.
Are we done with Ayumu?
Yes. Cute. I like
I
the
was gonna say you can
characters.
definitely tell the Takagi influence, especially it's the opposite way. Because in Takagi, I haven't seen Takagi, but I know Takagi is the boy, and he's always embarrassed by homegirl. And so now it's the opposite, where even though Ayumu doesn't mean to, he constantly embarrasses Urushi because he's so direct and
How
forward.
serious he is.
Yeah, with how serious he is, but it's all like wonderful compliments and direct feelings and admissions without ever confessing.
Yeah,
So
it's good.
yeah, this is very nice. It is wholesome, but Matt, there is another anime that is much more wholesome,
Yes,
and I
Yakuza's
will tell you,
Guide to Babysitting.
I will tell you right now, this is my surprise of the entire summer thus far because within the first episode, I damn near fucking cried. It was so
This is really
wonderful.
good.
This was so wonderful, dude. Like I want to give it a 5. I hope if it continues this way, it'll be a 5.5. It was fucking wholesome.
Also, I enjoy Toru.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he seems like he's an ass kicker and all this, but no, he's got a sweet side. He doesn't
He's
show
cool.
it.
He's the cool Yankee.
Yeah,
Yankee is a delinquent in
right.
Japanese.
But he's an adult, so
Yeah, except he's an adult. Yeah, and they're part of the Yakuza. As the title says, the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Our main character,
Toru is assigned a mission of babysitting Yaka.
Yeah, he's a lieutenant, and it's very interesting because of the fact that he's a lieutenant in the Yakuza in this Yakuza gang, and he gets shit done. He's young, he's like 28, I think. He's 28, he gets shit done. He's a fucking ass kicker. He's awesome, like Matt said. But the one thing that the captain basically said, the head of the family,
Kazuhiko.
Yeah, Sakuragi. Well, Sakuragi. We'll call him by his last name.
Sakuragi, yes.
Sakuragi. So one thing Sakuragi says is like you get results done, like you're in your position, you're worthy of your position, but
and you can't trust anyone else with this.
Yeah, but you lack responsibility. And so I'm going to give you a job. I can't trust anybody else with this. And in the process, it's going to teach you responsibility. You're going to babysit my daughter. And so, and the thing is also like the daughter up until like this moment, by the way, her name is
Yaika.
Yaichan. So Yaichan has been living with her aunt, who's the sister of her mother, who we learn is deceased. Again, the father for sure loves his daughter, but given his career path,
that she can't be involved.
He can't hardly be involved, can't really be there. And
it gives her that abandonment issues, like she thinks he hates her.
Yaika is such a, and it broke my heart. She's such a sad girl because she wants her daddy. She wants to have a legitimate family, and she loves her aunt, but you know, like
but it's not your dad.
It's not her family, and she understands, you know, to some extent. She's what, 4?
Is she 4?
Is she 6? I think she's 6. She's 4 or 6, one or the other.
Well, I'll look it up while you do that.
She's so fucking adorable too, dude. I'm looking at her picture right now. She reminds me, and one of the things that I loved about fucking Clanad, other than how like amazingly depressing it is Ushio is one of the most.
She's 7.
She's 7. Okay, so Ushio in the anime I think is 4, and she is fucking adorable. There's something about little anime girls. I mean, you know, you can say Anya as well, but Anya to me annoyed me. There's something about Yaika that's just so pure and wholesome. She's not funny or silly or stupid like Anya is. She's very intelligent for her age, and there's the way that they've written her and the way that she acts. It screams like, hold me. Like I see this girl and it's like you just want to like fucking like hold her and tell her like the world is okay, like you're a sweet and beautiful soul, like things are gonna get better. Like I got that feeling watching her. So watching her throughout that episode, it made me so sad. And we see that there's a little bit of disconnect between Toru and Yaika, because you know it's a stranger, you know, whatever. So Toru does his best, tries to like comb her hair with pigtails. It comes out like shit. He tries to relate to her, no can do. And so he wakes her up for school one day. And you know, there's a scene with fucking him beating up some people on the way, walking her to school. But
the plane red light, green light.
Yeah. That was cute, kind of. But in any case, the real the real meat of the story of episode 1 is basically Yaika's super sad. Toru goes in the room to like, yo, come on, we gotta go to school. Like, no, don't come in here, don't come in here. And she plainly hides a paper, right? So afterwards, Toru's talking to the aunt, what's her name? Kanami.
Yeah.
Talking to Kanami, and like, just talking about Yaika and about what's going on, can't relate, da da da, like, and Kanami is known, I guess, Toru for a while, and says the same thing, like, listen, you got a good heart, like, of all the people to watch her in the gang, like, for sure are the only one that can do this, and I trust you, and Yaika is going to trust you over time. And then he remembers, like, oh, speaking of trust, and he goes into her room after she told her not to go in the room, and he goes, I remember she hid this paper. They look at the paper, and it's a parent teacher or parent like thing, like, like event.
Yeah.
And so she wants her father can't go, and so she chose, like, I'm not going to bring it up. And so we see later on that Kanami tells Toru, like, yo, you have to go, you're the only one that can go, you must go. And as we see Yaika, he does go, but as we see Yaika in the classroom, everybody's got their parents, they're all happy. Yaika's the only child that has no one, and she starts getting upset, and she's literally about to burst into tears of sadness and loneliness when Toru shows up, shocks Yaika, and there's a little bit of awkwardness, but it's it's funny awkwardness, it's wholesome awkwardness. Yeah. And Toru does his best to just be like, the uncle, and it's wonderful. And it's somebody that has plenty of friends with children, and I like to think of myself as like the uncle. Like, I related to that as well, like just trying, like, oh yeah, like, like having a conversation, right, but doing it out of the goodness of your heart as well. Like, it was absolutely wonderful. And so Toru draws a picture of a sakura tree. The sakura tree is the emblem of their family. She gives it over to her father. Her father was appreciative and recognized the tree as the family symbol and said, you did a good job. And Toru's outside of the room smoking a cigarette, like, content at what he did. And we see a breakthrough with him and Yaika. Yaika thanks him for coming, and basically acknowledges, like, oh yeah, we could be homies. And yep, they share a moment together with laughing to end the episode. Oh my god, I almost fucking
really
cried.
Good.
I almost cried. I was so close. It was so fucking wholesome, dude. This is my surprise of the season thus far. One episode in, and I cannot wait to see more. I'm praying to God they keep this up.
I hope so too. I really do.
I'm hoping so, dude. Like, this, for me, we talked about Call of the Night, and it's fantastically animated.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be next though.
Yakuza is up there for me, real quick for me, dude.
Oh yeah. All right, now we're gonna talk about Call of the Night.
Yes,
I love the atmosphere of this.
It's the most beautiful animated show this season.
And we focus on Ko, the junior high delinquent, but he's like really smart. He
wasn't a delinquent at first.
Yeah, he was this perfect student.
But he has, isn't that some sort of illness where you can't like discern love?
He can't. He has no sympathy. He has no empathy. He doesn't care about anyone.
He gets confessed to, and he rejects her kind of coldly, but not because he's a dick, just because he doesn't understand it. Because again, Matt said he doesn't have empathy, and this causes problems at school. The girls are constantly like talking shit about him now, and he's one of those people that he just wants to, keep his head down, do his work, move on with life, and they won't let him because they're constantly like, yo, why you made her cry? Like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. So because of this, he becomes a dropout.
He's like, fuck this school. He's like, fuck them. And so he
has insomnia.
He has insomnia because he's stressing over, even though he's saying, he drops out and he says, fuck them, he's still stressing out over that.
He wants to be that rebel. He was about to buy a beer.
He wants to be normal too at the same time. So he goes out one night on his own without telling nobody in the middle of the night. He wants to buy a beer, buys a beer, and we see a girl show up. Her name is Nazuna. And so they spend a few hours together. They talk about, like, he can't sleep and you want to enjoy the night. And so they go out, they meet some drunks. The drunks end up throwing up, but they have fun.
But they're having a good time, and he doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it at all yet. So she's like, come to my house. Huh? So they go to the house. It's an empty house with just a futon and some bed. And he's like, oh, we're going to do ecchi shit? No, we're not going to do ecchi shit. Just, I want to help people sleep. So come sleep. So he lays down. He pretends to be asleep because he can pretend really well to be asleep. And
she is a vampire.
she's a vampire, and she bites his neck, and he's like, dude, what the fuck? What the why?
It's a mosquito bite.
It's a mosquito bite. There's blood on your mouth. You're a vampire. Yeah. Am I gonna turn into a vampire? No. Why? You bit my neck and sucked my blood.
Yeah, basically, at the whole cost of the vampires, it was wrong. That's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes. But in this story, you don't turn into a vampire unless you fall in love with a vampire and let that vampire you fell in love with bite you.
Yeah, it has to be mutual between them.
And by the way,
that's his goal.
And what's her name? Nazuna basically says like, yo, you have like super duper tasty blood. Like your blood is insanely tasty. And so basically they end up having more conversation, and homeboy is like, yo, let me fall in love with you. And she's like, no, like my policy is not to like make vampires. Like I don't want to do that. But he convinces her at the end, and she's like, you know what? Do what you want. You can fall in love with me if you want, but I'm gonna keep sucking your blood. And he's like, okay, no problem. And so the end of episode 1, basically she fucking they keep going out through the night, and then they go out to like the top of like a roof, and she pushes him off the roof, and he's like, I'm gonna die, and the vampire is like, no you're not, and she flies, and they're flying through the night sky. Beautifully animated scene, no doubt. And basically she says that the reason why she did that death-defying stunt is the more you enjoy the night, the more better your blood is going to taste, and the blood always tastes better at night instead of during the day. Right. And the more you enjoy the night, the better your blood's going to taste. Your blood already tastes fantastic. I can't wait to see how well it tastes going forward. So
that's where we are.
It's a really fucking weird concept. Episode 2 is dropped already. We haven't watched it yet. But it's a weird concept. They fucked up the principle of vampires. But it's supposed to be a romance, basically. It's like a rom-com. It's supposed to be romantic, and in that essence, it's
a romance supernatural.
And it's certainly beautifully animated, like we've said already. It's one of the top tier, if not the top tier animation of the season. So definitely we're gonna keep watching this. There's definitely intrigue, definitely entertainment, definitely good shit.
All right, now time for the pre-main.
Co-main event of the evening.
Main abyss, the golden city of the scorching sun.
So first off, let's break this down. I watched the entire series, all 13 episodes, and the movie in essence in a day in order to prepare for this.
Yep. And what'd you think?
It's a 5 out of 5. It is fucking amazing.
Thank
you. So dark. It is so much more darker than I could have possibly anticipated. Bondrewd is such a fucking savage, and
best dad.
He's up there for the best dad, along with the fucking guy from
Full That's the thing. He's worse than him because he actually loves his children. Like he promised to not hurt him before he killed Prushka, and he didn't. And it's just is
Prushka dead because
she's a whistle? She's the whistle.
Is that her soul though? Like she's still like a soul.
No,
that's still a soul. And that's the idea of the white whistle. The white whistle is a sacrifice of your humanity.
Yeah.
But because your humanity in a physical form is no longer in existence, they talk a lot about the souls. You see a lot of like the fucked up, like weird fucking people that have lost their physical humanities, and they still have their souls. They still have their feelings and things of that nature. So I don't think you can necessarily claim that she's dead. Like, it's not like she's brain dead. Like she's a vegetable. Like she is a vegettle, but she responds.
But but the fact that he was still able to honor her request despite all of that, because he could have said "fuck you."
Yeah.
And also that fight in the movie with Ren and him, fucking.
It was good shit, dude. It was really good shit. The idea, like, bro, she's 12 years old and went from like basic whistle number 1 to traversing more than any current living, I guess you could say, like what's it called, cave rider, is it cave rider, cave explorer, whatever. Cave explorer. And she's 12, and it's insane. She's got a white whistle. She's experienced that pain. She's experienced everything.
Almost lost her arm.
She almost lost her arm. She's fucking bled out of her eyes. She's vomited fucking buckets.
She has a terrible bladder.
She has a terrible bladder, as we see in episode 1 when she fucking drops a fucking steaming pile of shit and piss.
The second episode. But no, she pissed herself more than once.
Yeah, she pissed herself more than once. Well, I mean, so did what's his face? So did Reg in the movie when he got his
Right, in the
arm cut
movie.
off.
But I'm saying in general, she kept like multiple times in season 1.
Yeah, she pissed herself.
It's like,
And
oh,
she's very
okay.
open. She doesn't mind being naked in front of them. Doesn't fucking care who's if they watch her piss. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
She's a wild child, wildflower. But no, like I said, it's a beautiful show. I'm so happy I binged it. It's both
Also poor Nanachi.
yes, poor Nanachi. Um, yeah, dude, it's wild. I wonder if Reg is gonna do that as we see with episode 2. I wonder if he's gonna fucking nuke them.
Well, we don't know how much of
All
his
those
power is revealed.
you saw the end of Made in Abyss, right? Of that season
Yeah.
2. So I'm sorry, of episode 2. Sorry, where they're
Yeah.
like literally the what's it called the cliffhanger is we didn't know this yet, but you no one has that's entered that enters these grounds has ever left with their humanity.
Right.
That's so wicked.
It is.
Dude, like so many twists and turns. The show is insane, way more dark than you can possibly ever imagine.
Also, we're also getting flashbacks of the first explorers, like
And
Luello,
yeah,
Belloff.
we get flashbacks of the very first explorers who ever explored the abyss. Also, I'm very, very sick of the vomit. I'm so tired of vomit. Why is there so much vomit?
It's the abyss. Like, you get sick as fuck.
Why? I'm so and it's like it's not like fucking like what's it called? It's not rainbow vomit. It's not sprinkles and sparkles. No,
Well, that's not how you vomit.
it's chunky shit, dude. Like, oh, come on, dude.
It's realistic. That's fine.
I don't like the vomit. I turn off. Like, it's not enough for me to demote it to a 4, but I hate it.
Just mute it when it happens.
I do. I turn away, dude. I'm like,
But
I'm like a child. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see it or hear it.
But I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yes, this has been
and right now it is the top rated for the season.
Makes sense. I'm
8.77.
I am invested for sure.
Oh, God. Let's see how far they can go to traumatizing children.
I want Made in Abyss merch.
You want Made in Abyss merch? That could be.
I want Made in Abyss merch.
Yeah, I do want to do the Bondru cosplay, but it costs like thousands of dollars.
Oh, dude, that'd be
because of the helmet, the tail. You gotta get that outfit that's custom made. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, that's wild.
So that was gonna be my plan, but I don't have the money right now.
I'm gonna
just go around torture people. Go Subarashi.
Subarashi.
He's just so fascinated with that.
Bro, that fucking voice actor too. He's so good.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Because you watch it in Japanese the way it's supposed to be fucking done, Angel.
Yeah, it's what you call it? It's Paul Grey Rat. It's Julius from Black Clover.
It's the fucking the guy from Sword Art Online, the main detective guy, I think. It's either the main detective guy or the scientist, Akibo, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Anyway, still, I'm fully invested. I love it. I enjoyed the series, binging it. It was fucking beautiful. So glad I did.
Let's see. Oh, there's the guy. He's in a couple of.
He's in what? You broke up.
The voice actor. He's in a couple of Cuckoos.
He's
Erica's dad.
Yeah, he's the father. Have you ever heard of the Cuckoo Bag?
What?
Which they didn't go into.
Yeah, he's Kaguya from Demon Slayer. He's Mukaido. He's the father from World's Finest Assassin.
Yep, he is.
August from Vanitas. Nice.
It's so crazy how like you have him and then you have the other guy. That's Leo O, whatever the fuck his name is from. He like the other. Oh fuck, I forget his name now. The other voice actor, the guy who plays Overhaul.
From My Hero?
Yeah, from My Hero. The guy who plays Overhaul from My Hero. He plays Jigen from Boruto. He's the he's the proctor from Tower of God.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. He's one of my other favorites.
Yeah, Kenjiro.
Yes, dude. One of my other favorite voice actors for sure.
Yeah, he was in Black Butler. He was in Tiger and Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
JoJo.
There's just something about him, dude. That
Yeah,
voice, you know.
yeah, good shit.
So good.
But no, I'm loving the show. I can't wait.
Indeed. As we hit the hour mark, let's hit the main event.
Let's main event it now.
It's time for the main event of the evening.
Overlord Season 4.
So you know something? I'm gonna confess. Angel's point of rewatching shows would be beneficial in this because it's been so long since I've seen Overlord. I saw Overlord during the pandemic, like when we were all fucking like
Yeah, well, good fan. I watched it all the past few weeks.
So it's hard for me to remember some of the characters, some of the names, some of the plot. Like I remember bits and pieces of it. And it's been such a refreshing thing to see these characters again. Like I remember this person, I remember this person, I remember that fight, I remember this plot. Like it's all jogging my memory again. But there are still pieces that I'm just like, I don't know. I don't remember. Now I don't know, but I don't remember.
Well, all I know is that one prince has a death wish.
Yes,
We'll get
Lord
to him in a
Farquaad.
bit. Lord Farquaad.
It's funny. I thought it was Farquaad. I didn't realize it was Farquhar.
I call him Farquaad.
Call him Farquaad. Lord Farquaad. Anyway, he looks like Lord Farquaad. Yeah. But yeah, he does have a death wish. He's touching Albedo. Albedo just wants to be touched by Koshijin-sama, by Ain's own Goal-sama. Which, by the way, I laughed when they had the fucking two girls. When we had the two girls. I forget the names now.
Wait, what?
When we had the two girls, or the boy and the girl rather. I forget the name. The twins.
Oh, Aura and Mare.
Yes, when they came in, they just sat on Ain's Gold, like, hi, daddy, like sat on her lap.
And she's like getting mad at them. Like, dude, they're children.
Like they're kids. What? Even though it's funny, they're not kids. They're like 76 and 74.
Yeah, but still like childlike body. But
yeah, 74, but it's like 7.4.
They're still like mentally considered kids.
Yeah.
And Ainz talks about his actual goal for when he does do his world domination. He wants.
I stay laughing whenever he's like, "Yes, the plan. Go ahead and you've done so well. Go ahead and explain."
The Debbie Curry's like, "I hope you all know this plan." And I thought you guys are idiots. And then I'm just like, "Yeah,
what plan?"
It's like from that time, right? Like, yeah, like what?
When? Yes, I remember that time. Go ahead and explain to them about that time and why
like,
this.
Oh, by the way,
right.
And there's like, oh, like I can't tell you everything. You
and all they're like, oh, you humble me with your. You humble me with your.
It's like I can't give away all of my secrets. You gotta figure out yourself. You're right.
Oh man.
He could just sneeze and go, I agree, Lord Ainz. Let's just start world domination right now. Let's just kill everyone. I agree with your plan right now.
But in essence, that's what he's doing. Like for a lot of things, he's like he's going at the beginning when he's like going through the paperwork. He's like, I can't read this. Stamp. He's like, don't know what this is. Stamp.
Yeah, so he could be like approving nukes or something.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm gonna go invade 50 nations and kill all their women and children. Well, I can't read it. Stamp.
Like you figured Albedo would tell him.
Right? Like, oh, this is Demurge's plan. Approve.
I would not approve any of his plans right now because the fact he's like very jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, right.
I also didn't notice that Albedo is not in the web novel version of this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so odd because considering she's such a critical character.
Yeah, and like one of the stronger ones.
Yeah.
But crazy. But yeah, I said this in the group chat. Like, who's gonna die? Cocutus.
I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to the OP like that.
You see Brain fighting him,
but I don't really pay attention to like the images per se.
Yeah, but, it popped up. It's like, don't tell me Cocutus is gonna die. Then again, Ainz gonna revive him with like $500 million.
I like Cocutus. He's one of my favorites.
I do. Yeah, he's not really an idiot.
I said Brain because in episode 2, they the other princess that Albedo is basically using as a puppet.
Yeah,
like. I feel that what are you doing, Papa? Let's pretend we did and just playing with a piece of my fucking broken chair. Anyway, they mentioned Brain, and so I feel that because they mentioned it and you mentioned that, perhaps they bring that into the equation.
Yeah, well, it's like those two are definitely gonna fight, but and it's like neither one of them are. They're not the retreating types.
Yeah, it's so interesting when I see Overlord because it's like all these like the plan, yes, the plan, yeah, that plan, yeah, go ahead and tell them the plan. But there are so many intricate details where everybody, even though they're moving for one goal, which is for Ein's own goal, they all have their all sinister but cunning and conniving ways of getting what they need to do through like puppetry and through like deception or through exploration or whatever the case is, and how each of them are able to like unify their individual plots for the betterment of Ein's old goal and his ultimate goal of world domination. So it's super duper. I love that that facet of it, and of course the comedy is always fucking top tier.
Also, they're fucking OP's banger.
Yes, it's good OP for sure.
Yeah, all the Overlord ones are like they fucking hit.
Yeah, all of them are good. My favorite OP though is definitely fucking Made in the Abyss.
Oh, for this one, yeah, so far
nothing tops Made in the Abyss as OP.
Right now, no,
not at all.
Also, Pandora's actor is great.
I love him. He's like, yes, no, don't salute me. Stop saluting me.
It's like stop with the German stuff.
His outfit's like, I would love. You know what? I should look up a Pandora's actor cosplay.
Let me find it for you while you do that.
I would love to go to a fucking EDM show dressed up as Pandora's actor. That would be fucking tits. Oh my god.
Oh, you can buy it.
How much? Couple hundred?
Like 130.
No, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
It comes with the coat, the hat,
the mask.
What kind of mask is it? Like a plastic piece of shit mask, or is it like?
Oh, sorry, no mask. You gotta buy the mask yourself.
Fuck. Let me look up Pandora's actor mask.
It's a uniform fabric.
I'm trying to look this bitch up, motherfucker. Pandora's actor.
And the boots you gotta buy separate, but you just buy regular boots.
Yeah, you just buy regular. I have regular boots. But boots to an EDM show would be fucking terrible. Mask. Pandora's actor mask. It's such a basic mask.
It is, yeah.
One piece, $26.99 to $112.99. Jesus Christ. I would definitely want to get the resin mask.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I really want to fucking do it.
So you gotta talk like him and all that.
I have to study him more to do that. As the cats run away together.
It's like just be your own person. Stop doing things.
Yes, Papa.
But I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Pandora's actor seems like he's gonna have a critical role. Albedo's gonna.
He's taking over Ida's hero counterpart.
Momon,
yeah. So that's good. So I don't know. It's gonna be like they're gonna kill Momon off like a plot.
Well, but it's also interesting how people want to kill Ein's own goal, even though no one can. They're like only Momon.
Well, that sword can if you use it right. He talked about that to the other guys. Like, if you actually knew how to use it, you could actually kill me. He said that to the hero. Yeah.
Would killing him send him out to the out of Isekai land?
I don't know. I think he's just dead.
He could be like sort of online where they had her connected to like life support while she was.
I mean, he could if he wants to. He could just fake his death.
No, but he probably wants to get out of that world and go back to human world, you would think, right?
Well, he also wants to, I'm pretty sure he also wants to make it like how it was in the game, like everyone was equal, that type of thing. He talked about that in the second episode, yeah.
And he's also hoping that there's somebody else that stayed in the fucking game server with him and is also trapped so they can bond as being fellow humans.
But I don't think there is.
I think there might be.
Maybe one, but as of right now,
there might be one. I think there either might be one or there might have been someone in the past and we find out they died and then that's why they're not there no more.
We will find out.
Yeah, dude.
But no, that stellar season so far.
Yes, dude. So many good fucking shows.
Yeah, aside from Tepid and Rinse the Girlfriend, everything's been really good.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
So top 5 first impressions.
I mean, Overlord and Made in the Abyss, easy. Call the Night, Yakuza's Guide, and I'm still gonna say Ruby because I enjoyed the shit out of Ruby for now. If not Ruby, we can also go with Isekai Life.
Right. Made in Abyss, Call of the Night, Overlord, Recoil, and Yakuza Guidance.
Sounds
good. These are the top ones so far.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Closing thoughts.
What a summer that we have coming up.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
More 3-hour shows, guys.
We'll probably cut down the recap to save some time.
We never finished. We should finish with a extra main event.
Oh,
Dr. Stone.
That's right. Our real main event. I'm sorry, Dr. Stone Ryuusi.
Yes. This one.
I completely forgot.
I just remember when we talked about we
it's in the description.
It's in the fucking description as well. Hey, we covering it.
But yeah, very fucking good.
It was a good, for sure. I gave it a 5.
It's after season 2, but of course it's gonna lead to season 3.
It's a prep for season 3. Yep. In 2023, by the way, that was announced.
Did it say spring, winter, or just season 3?
2023.
Okay. Oh god, if it's winter, it's gonna be fucking pets because you have that, maybe Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I fucking care.
I'm like I said, now that I'm done with catching up on certain shows. Like, by the way, for those who don't know, brief sidebar. I spent 4th of July weekend because I had that, we had that long weekend. I spent it binging a bunch of shit. Like, I binged all of the missing Marvel series. Like, in the last month, I saw Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, what's it called? Hawkeye, Black Widow, what's it called? Doctor Strange, and then I just saw Thor. So in the last month or two, I've caught up on all those. I also finished watching Cautious Hero. Fucking hilarious. Anybody who wants to see a hilarious anime, watch Cautious Hero. You will fucking laugh. I almost guarantee it. You will laugh. If you like Konosuba, for sure, definitely watch Cautious Hero. Fucking hilarious. Gave it a 5 out of 5. Watch Cautious Hero. Watch Made in Abyss. Finished watching Bleach. Caught up on Bleach completely. I didn't have too much to go, truth be told, because I had watched the majority of it before, but I gave up on it for some reason. I think because of fillers or some shit. So I skipped. I might have skipped something I probably don't remember for sure. But I remember pieces of it as well. But I skipped that and I just went to the final scene, which was the Fullbring arc, and that was okay. Gave that 3 out of 5. The show as a whole is a 3 out of 5 due to the fillers and whatnot. But still, finished that completely. And then I finished Made in Abyss. And so now I started watching Trigun. And through 8 episodes, I don't like, again, because I'm a piece of shit. Like, if you're going to use a gun, kill somebody with it. Don't fucking, don't. But I still have faith that we're going to see more in terms of Rem. That story, that when they bring her up for the first time, and I've heard that she's got a beautiful story in the season. They bring her up for the first time in episode 7. So I have faith with that. I have faith that what I'm gonna like or be shocked by what happened to Vash, to what is why he's the $60 billion man, that critical event that he doesn't remember, his past or anything like that. He just remembers after the fact. So that may lead me to not hate it but that may lead me to not like it as much. I may like it more for sure. As it stands for me, it's a 3 out of 5. I totally understand the appeal. I totally understand why people would think it's a GOAT anime. I'm not taking that away. I'm enjoying the anime for what it is. It's a fun show, but it's not an all-timer for me as of yet, but it may grow into something like that. I enjoyed the shit out of Cowboy Bebop, even though it had its little faults here and there. So I've got faith. It's I wouldn't say, I don't want to say it's mid because that's super offensive to people, but it's that's how I feel on that. But in any case, so where was I going with that? With why I started that diatribe?
Oh yeah, let's get back to Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone, okay.
So we can close up and get out of here.
Yeah.
But their plan is that they want to build a boat.
A big boat.
A big boat, and they also need a captain.
Yes.
But luckily, this interviewer, she knows a good captain.
She's so fucking fine.
Yeah, she
Tsukasa must have fucking railed the shit out of her. I would rail the shit out of her.
It's Ryuusi, Nanami.
Yes, and so at first they were like, "Oh, we can get a bunch of decent captains, but this is the best captain." But he's a maniac.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's a piece of shit. And Senku just grabs the bottle, just does it while they're talking.
Yeah, they keep going over all of his negative flaws, which Seiku's like, yeah.
And he's like, why? He's like, we need the best.
And he's butt ass naked, and he's like, I can't wait to control the world now that there's nothing left.
But he says, I'll be your captain, but we need an oil thing.
And I'll be your captain if you let me have the oil field.
But how are we gonna get it? So they invent currency.
They invent money. The
Dragos.
Drago. Ivan Dragos.
Yep, and he has all the money.
All the Dragos.
And then what you call it? Chrome. Who else goes with him?
So before we continue, they need to find the oil field. Senku draws a map, and he's like, I think it's right here. But Fuji-san, for the first time, makes an appearance, and they're like, there's a waterfall here, dude. And so Senku's like, I'm an idiot. Of course. It's been 3,000 years. Fuji-san must have gone off anywhere from 4 to 10 times, which would have drastically altered the landscape, especially with no life at all. So it's shifted. And so they're like, oh, how are we going to find this fucking thing? How are we going to find this thing? And they look to the sky and they see a bird and they're like, we're going to fly. How are we going to fly, Senku? We don't have airplanes. We can make a hot air balloon. And so they make a hot air balloon. So it's Senku, Chrome, and Ryuusi. They go on their hot air balloon trip. Things are going well. And then they hit a cumulus cloud. And they should have died.
Also, you forgot to mention the bird flew into it. So there's a small leak.
As in a giant.
While this is happening.
Yes. Bird strike.
Yeah. So like, shit.
They should have died.
They should have. They really should have died. But no, they pulled release the fuel, blow it up. We're going to burst through the cloud.
I like the animation too. They're like, oh, at first they were like, oh, like the Captain Cumulus or whatever the fuck. Like, and he's like, and it becomes a fucking dragon. And that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. But this was very nice.
Yes, it was really good. And the bits with Yuzuhara fucking like doing the sewing and things like that.
She needed this certain kit to make sewing easier.
Yeah. So it was really good. And so basically season 2 ends with them barely escaping death and reaching the Ishigami.
And it's time to go grab oil.
Yes. And they said it's really interesting too. They're like, oh, a 3-day trip took us 3 hours. And they're like, oh, this will change everything forever. Blah, 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 whatever the fuck. So,
but no, this was very good.
It was. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Although I probably should give it a 4, but I gave it a 5.
Gave it 4.5.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad they gave us an extra hour, not 20 minutes.
Yes, there was. That was a solid OVA.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm gonna give it. I'll stay with it a 5. I'll be generous. All
right, now closing thoughts.
What a summer, and it's all. We're just getting started. And imagine this is a 2 hour and 17-minute podcast. Imagine when we have 25 shows to watch.
We will see. But yeah, we will be back next week. The week after that, I'll be going to Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, and my birthday is in 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu, Matt-kun.
So we'll do a birthday podcast next week.
Oh, that's early birthday
podcast. Yeah. Anyway, we talked our cake. We had our cake. We're full of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. You can follow our Twitter at Talk the Kēki. We have a link. We have a link tree, which provides wherever you listen to your favorite local podcasts, Apple Music, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it. We want to thank Sean, our editor, who is also the host of W2M Network, who also hosts us. We want to thank Chairshot Radio for putting us on their radio network every Sunday. And that's it for my plugs.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter at SHOSTOPPA24. That's Showstopper24. You can follow me on my analyst site at analyst.co/SHOSTOPPA249, which is where you can also follow me on. No, I don't have anything else. That's 249. My bad. Anyway, I'm tired as fuck. You can follow me on my podcast Instagram at podcast.senpai. You can follow me in my anime Instagram at AI_anime24, where I'm still posting seasonal reviews from the spring. So that way you can catch in-depth, more verbalized thoughts on those. Or not verbalized, but written thoughts on those. It's tough for me to shout out my other podcasts at this rate because they've been kind of like null and void. I mean, I can shout out B Ronin, I can shout out my boy Andy with MMA for Marks, but the podcasts have been kind of dull for now because of life, just life circumstances getting our way as it is. It's hard for us to be able to coordinating two other podcasts has been a little bit rough. We're gonna eventually get new content out there. MMA for Marks has been trying to push some more content in terms of reviews, so shout out to my boy Andy with MMA for Marks. Hopefully we can revive that pretty soon under Andy's banner with W2M Network. So I'm looking forward to that. As Matt said, we all of our sites. Oh, you can follow us on our anime Instagram. Talk the Kēki Instagram at TALKTHEKEKI. Talk the Kēki. We are on Instagram as well. Again, as we have a bunch of link trees. Follow us on our link trees. You can follow all of our personal adventures as well as the show's adventures as well. And yeah, dude, let's wrap this up a little bit.
Alrighty, we'll see you all next week. Arigato, hanato faku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan!
Bye-bye.